Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, thank you for your patience. I had to get my notes together because, as you know, I do not shoot from the hip. I do have sources with regards to my show this evening. Diddy and French Montana relationship exposed by Ellen. In my community section is a video, in case you never saw this, from the Ellen show back in 2017. Ellen, her gaydar sensed early when French Montana was explaining. French, Ellen, and Diddy were on the couch. French Montana was explaining how he and Diddy first met in Vegas, and he's, telling Ellen, and she just says, "Oh, okay." And toward the end of the video, which you have to see, it's only 3 minutes and 13 seconds, Ellen starts kissing on French's hand, hugging him, and welcoming him in to the LGBTQ plus, in my opinion, okay? French Montana, a great guy. Met him once. We had a little back and forth exchange, never tension. He came on the Star and Buckwild show in 2011. Good guy. Real name, Kareem. Born and raised in Morocco. I'm not sure if he's an American citizen or not, but I want to speculate. I want to put some bullshit on the table. I have a theory that French Montana, who, to my knowledge, put out one album on Bad Boy, and then the other projects came out on Epic. I'm not sure if Diddy was his manager or he got a cut or something, but his whole Coke wave mix CDs and things of that nature. Might French Montana be the supplier for Diddy's parties and the alleged drugs that were used to get people high and then to subdue them? Also, these bottles that we have been seeing, and people have been laughing. Oh, the baby oil. Might some of those bottles be that are sealed, by the way? Might they be liquid cocaine? I want to talk about this evening, but again, my source is the Ellen show from 2017. It speaks volumes to their relationship. Oh, and Diddy says in that video, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, pardon me, that French is his best friend. He has to be called in to testify or subpoenaed. And if he's not an American citizen, his ass may be in trouble. Okay, just want to put that on the table early. All right. Also, guys, Kim Porter's memoir. Many of you have been asking me, "Yo, Star, you didn't read it? You didn't read it?" No, I heard it was fake. According to Rolling Stone, they're saying that even the author himself will not say whether it's real or not. Chris Todd, okay? But it's number one on Amazon, okay? Kim Porter's memoir. And Kamara Lee and a bunch of other people, I'll be sure, Kamara Lee Simmons, pardon me, they're saying they never heard of this guy. But do you care? Do you care? Is it just, entertaining? All of the allegations and the possible slander. LaWanda Lane, again, Kamara Lee Simmons and these other people say they'd never heard of this guy, and they're saying the book is false, fake news. Call in, tell me what you think. I want to have a healthy discussion. Also, I know that Diddy has been accused of another rape. I saw the press conference today of the new accuser, and she was crying crocodile tears. And hey, who am I to say she's not being truthful? I don't know. I've already said it's time for Diddy to go down. I did say that, and I stand on that. Enough is enough. But I want to put something else on the table. There's a little white girl named Ava. A new video, an old video has resurfaced from 2020 where Diddy was kissing this little girl on the cheek. She's standing there in front of Diddy's sons. I think that's Quincy. I don't know all these guys. Quincy and Justin. No, pardon me. Quincy and Christian. Correct me if I'm wrong, a.k.a. King Combs. She looks a little, I don't know. I don't want to say scared, but she's going along with whatever Diddy is saying. Supposedly, her parents, she has parents, were friends of Kim Porter. But in the video, Diddy's saying he adopted her, and there is no such evidence and or proof that he actually adopted her. So one of my theories was this the start of the downfall in 2020 when he made that video with this little white girl, Ava, kissing on her? Okay, phone lines are open. Give me a second to get set up and situated. Good evening, troll babies. Guys, how is my audio? I don't want to be too loud, okay? I'm sipping a little Cali red wine, late night. Is the audio okay? A 1 2, a 1 2. Okay. All right, guys, sit tight. Hey, Lucy's Pearl, thank you for tapping in. I want to focus on some bullshit tonight, but again, I do have sources, okay? And something else I'm going to say early here. Hold on a second. Okay, here's French Montana's studio albums. Have the feds named him in terms of being a possible witness? They have to bring him in. They have to bring him in. A lot of us, or many of us, have seen the video that is now resurfacing again as well, with French Montana sitting at a table. Maybe that was Star Island, Miami. I don't know. He's got no shirt on. Diddy has got no shirt on as well, but Diddy's got a towel around him. And he starts singing happy birthday to French Montana. French is, got his hands folded. Was this the ritual to I don't know, to anoint him, if you will? That video has always been a little suspect to all of us. But hey, maybe French, did a deal with the devil. And this is how he has been able to pop off. French Montana is a star. Don't get it twisted. He's got chart-topping hits, and I still don't know if he's got actual bars. But in today's game, who needs bars, all right? Okay, thank you for stopping by, guys. Tonight we're going to try Zelle along with Cash App and PayPal. Thank you for your support, but just give me some time. Let me get this show rolling here. Judah, I got your donation early. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Okay, he says Diddy was going to buy CNN. Okay. Yeah, I want all the bullshit tonight. Yeah, Diddy was going to buy MTV, and this is why this happened. No, Judah. Diddy is an old nigga that went crazy, and shit just caught up with him. But I respect, what you're saying. Yeah, Bill Cosby was going to buy NBC, and that's why they did it to him. No, Bill Cosby was an old freak nigga who was drugging females. But thank you for your donation, okay? Area code 347. You there? 347.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm here.
Hey, how are you, baby?
I'm doing okay. How you feeling?
I had the nap today, so I'm charged. I'm sipping a little wine. I want to go in on this nigga balls deep. And I'm not saying pause. I'm not saying
that's
pause.
What's up. Yeah. So look, let's keep it a stack, right? Anybody involved with Diddy, French Montana, DJ Khaled, all the rest of these clowns, they're all just street trash, right? I don't know how far I can go with the profanity. I'll try to keep it light, but
if you're sending in a donation, fuck the algorithm, okay? Okay.
They're all trash. They're all trash. They're all trash. Look, at the end, and I want to just say one thing. Just kind of want to address the gentleman who was talking about other people that didn't really get the smoke.
Baby, you're my first caller. Never mind him. Come on, let's keep it up to date. I like to focus on the trending topics. Never mind these people from a week ago who are just now waking up. We've got Good. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, look, here's the thing. I'm looking at your showrunner. It says Kim Porter's memoir is #1 on Amazon. Mm-hmm. I never believed it. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe anything in there. And I think it's crazy that, someone can just write something and then all of a sudden, it's gospel. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a little concerning.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit concerning. Look, at the end of the day, we don't need to have salacious lies. Diddy's a monster. He's where he belongs. Period. Point blank, period. We don't have to exaggerate. We don't have to do any of this stuff. He's where he belongs. He's where he belongs. I mean, that's it.
Can I respond? Can I respond to what you're saying?
Of course.
Let's take our time. According to Rolling Stone, because you know I always bring sources. The man behind the publication of the memoir, they're saying he won't even say whether it's real or not. Chris Todd. Now, we do want the bullshit. We want to be entertained. So in reality, baby, in reality, we're hoping it's true. I'm not mad at nobody who purchased the book. I want people to call in, troll and troll and troll. I'm one of the original trolls. But right now, Kimora Lee Simmons and other people are saying we never heard of this nigga. So that's what we are. Go ahead.
How credible is Kimora Lee Simmons? Are we really? She's how credible is she? Okay, she was definitely privy to the bullish. Like, Kimora Lee Simmons, to me, in my opinion, is not a credible human. I'm gonna take whatever she says with a grain of salt, right? I don't want to fantasize too much about fake stuff, but I'm not. Listen, and I don't like that she sent a hashtag or an @ to Russell Simmons. What was that? Like, what exactly was that? Hashtag Russell Simmons or what was? I don't even know what his thing is. Why did you do that? Like, what was the point of that? You trying to call him out, girl? Like this, let's not fuck. Oh, sorry, I don't want to curse, but let's not.
Baby, if you're sending in a donation, you can curse. Take your time. I'm in no rush. I got time.
Listen. We're not going to pretend. We're not going to pretend like Kimora wasn't privy to whatever the heck was going on. Okay, she was right there. The same way, the other model. What's her name? Naomi Campbell and the rest of them, let's not pretend like yachting isn't a thing. Okay. It's a thing. Okay. So, the same women that were there complicit when, they were out there trying to help to pimp. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can't try
accessories.
To like you're holier than thou.
Accessories.
You just can't.
Accessories.
Huh?
Accessories.
Yeah, you're an accessory at this point. You're an accessory. And I think at this point, they would be wise to just not say anything. Just don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Don't try to look like you're an advocate for anybody. You're not an advocate for anything. You're not an advocate for women. You were definitely up there helping and doing all of that stuff. So let's not pretend. Okay? Let's just not pretend.
Can I jump in?
Of course.
Okay, listen, I got time tonight. In the words of Lovely T, this tea is piping hot, okay? This tea is piping hot. So, Kimora Lee Simmons, who was always nice to me, but that ain't got shit to do with what I do here on this microphone. As you know, this is the objective perspective.
Yeah.
Kimora is trying to shift the narrative because allegedly, supposedly, she was hanging out with Russell when she was 15. Russell has admitted to smoking PCP. More than likely, Kimora, was there watching him. I'm not going to say she partook, but, all of the allegations of him taking pussy, Drew Dixon, and a host of others, no, I don't believe she's innocent. But again, she's been nice to me. Hang on. She's been nice to me. But I want to see Kimora Lee Simmons in handcuffs. Baby, I want to see Kevin Lyles in the steel bracelets. I'm going there tonight. Okay, now let's bring it back. In my community section. Not that you had to see it. Did you see Ellen DeGeneres? Her gaydar kicked in, baby, when French was talking about how he and Diddy connected. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but
Ciao. Ciao.
What? Wait, really quickly, because I do want to kind of address.
Baby, why are you rushing? Hang on. Why are you rushing? I'm going to put you on hold. You go watch that video, and I'm going to bring you back on.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Hang on a second. I got time tonight. Hold on. Let me. Your area code 347. I need somebody to help me be messy. Okay, I'm not going to say your number. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. Please go watch the video. Wait till the end when Ellen takes French's hand. She's kissing his hand to welcome him in to the family. Okay.
Oh wow.
I'll come back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Folks, I'm with the bullshit this evening. Thank you for your support early. Okay. Hey, Sunday. Sunday says, hold on. Okay, she says salute to the dawn. Thank you, Sunday. Okay. Guys, my title has a source. As you know, when I discuss these shows and I give my opinions, my perspective, I have to have a source so that I'm not just sitting here doing the most, okay? In my community section, if you find the time, again, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, you will see a video from 2017. Yeah, French Montana. Guys, are he and Diddy still cool? Because I've seen other videos where, you know, French was on some type of balcony and Diddy was filming him and calling him daddy, and French seemed uncomfortable, but at the same time, there's a bond there. There's a bond, and I am saying Ellen peeped it. She peeped it. That's my show this evening. Let me go to area code 786. Good evening. 2 topics on the table tonight. Are you there? 786.
Yeah, Star. What's going on?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'm here, Star. What's going on, brother?
How are you, man?
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Please don't call me brother, sir. I have to get you out of here. Please.
No, I know. My bad. But I forgot the book you autographed for me back in the days when you was in Brooklyn. I forgot what street, but you was with White Trash Celine and that.
Sir, no one gives a shit. Come on.
Yeah. Listen. But listen, man. What's French Montana? Remember that picture with French on the poolside with Diddy when he was laying
Sir, can you take off the African headset? Please don't kill the vibe. It's early.
Okay, my bad.
Take off the African headset.
Yeah. You remember when French was at the poolside with Diddy, right? When he was at the poolside, he was laying behind Diddy.
Yes.
That picture looks very suspect. That's a suspect picture. You know, I can't. There's females there, but the way he's so close and like and comfortable, like they've been in that position before, that was a red flag. So, but at the end of the day, 2 Star, my thing is, there's a lot of dudes in the industry that's like that, man. You know, they groom you.
Stay with me. So we know this already. Did you see the video with French Montana sitting shirtless at a table? He had no hair on his chest, and Diddy was singing "Happy Birthday" to him. Did you see that?
Yeah. That's an old video, and he looked uncomfortable. But the thing is like,
did you know that Diddy was serving boy cunt? Serving boy cunt. Did you know that?
He's serving what?
He was serving.
What you say?
Serving boy cunt. He had the bottle of Ciroc. He had the towel over his shoulder.
Listen, that don't surprise me. But the thing is, French look uncomfortable because they wanted to stay behind closed doors.
No, sir. French was ready for the ritual. Where are you from again? Where are you from, sir?
I'm in Miami.
No. Where's your family from? You said you came here.
Yeah, man, from the islands, man. We Caribbean people. You know how it goes.
Okay. French Montana, born and raised in Morocco. Is he an American citizen? Do you know?
Nah, I don't know, but I just know that whatever he's doing, he can't go back to Morocco with that type of stigma behind him. So you know. But at the end of the day, he's not the only one. And the thing about it, like you saw with the locks, you saw other people. They kept it moving, but there's people that's willing to go to those type of events to get ahead.
Okay.
You know, they're out there.
I thank you for your call, sir. Thank you. Let's get him out of here. Yeah. Troll babies. Diddy was serving boy cunt when French was sitting there at the table. But I'm talking about the Ellen show with regards to, being exposed. All right. Also, let me put something on the screen here. I'm going to try to see if Zelle works. Some of you have been asking me about Zelle. That's the email address if you want to make a donation via Zelle. Thank you for your support. Okay. I am here to discuss these topics along with other things. Hey, Phoebe. She says French and Diddy actually met. Okay. Ooh, at your condo. Okay. Well, okay. I have no proof of this. Thank you, Phoebe. Okay, she's dropping a lot of names. Phoebe, are you calling in? Call in. I need to get you on the line because I can't just repeat what you're saying without proof. Call in. Send it a donation. You know the procedure, okay? Okay. Let's go back to area code 757. Late night. We're talking about Diddy and French Montana exposed, according to Ellen. Are you there?
Okay. So, enough. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's this?
Okay, so this is Elle from Virginia Beach, whatever.
How are
now,
you?
I seen I'm doing good in yourself.
Good.
Now, I seen when Diddy was singing happy birthday to French. What I noticed about Diddy is you have to be accepting of his lifestyle and understand it and be prepared to get down.
Right.
French looked more so embarrassed that he was being recorded more so than anything because it looked like they had a very long night. That's what it is. But I also want to say to you, though, Star, it seems to me if you would not have pressed Diddy back then, he was probably trying to test you out, see how you was feeling about things. And you was like, y'all almost got into a tussle or whatever. That's what I take from that, too. So, yeah.
Well, hang on a second. I can appreciate you. Hang on. I can appreciate you going back. No, he and I had a different. Hang on. He and I had a different confrontation because, he's a very aggressive guy. And we're both very ego-driven. So we quickly, realized that about each other. And we became very cool. But I like what you said about French Montana. He seemed to be more concerned about being videotaped.
Okay.
That's what you said, right?
The camera on his face. Mm-hmm.
Come on.
It looked like he was comfortable and he was a part of whatever happened.
Right.
But when the cameras came out a man singing happy birthday like that, seductive like that,
right.
He didn't seem, that looked at, he looked very embarrassed.
Did you see the Ellen DeGeneres video? It's in my community section in case you didn't.
No.
Okay.
No, I never seen that. But you said she was kissing on his hand and what?
Well, she picked up on the signals. The signals. This was back in 2017 when he was describing how he and Diddy met, and she let him talk. She didn't interrupt. She let him talk, and then she realized toward the end of the video that he was intertwined with the diddler, so to speak, and she was kissing his hand, and Diddy seemed a little flustered. He stood up. Watch it when you get time. It's very entertaining.
It is, but Ellen is a lesbian woman, so she's gonna pick up on if you are a gay man.
Facts.
She's gonna pick up certain things that a straight person probably would not. So she already and she's been around a very long time. I'm sure she already know about what them Diddy parties.
She's an old bulldagger.
Already know.
Ellen's an old bulldagger.
Is very much so old school.
Yeah.
She already know what it was. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But I'm gonna go look at it when I get a chance. Though, but yeah.
Well, hang on before you go because I got time tonight. Goddamn, are you a Nicki fan? Nicki Minaj?
I wouldn't say a fan, but I mean, it's Nicki.
Okay. We may have to put some respect on Nicki's name because Diddy was her manager for less than 6 months, and she got rid of that nigga.
She got the hell out of
She knew he was a weirdo. Did you know that? She fired him.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. She did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the call, baby.
There.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. T, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Jermaine, I got your donation via PayPal. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Sandy. No, I have no knowledge if Don Lemon has the monster. I know nothing about his health situation. I saw him on Vlad TV. I wasn't interested in the interview, but thank you for your donation. Let me go to area code 512. Good evening. Diddy and French Montana exposed. If you ask me, Ellen DeGeneres. Are you at the speed? 5.
Yeah, what's going on, Star?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm up to speed. I saw the video in your community section. I went and checked it out, and I saw some other news sites. So I kind of checked it out. It's like an older video, but
yes,
I want to make sure it was the correct one. But yeah, like the body language between French Montana and Diddy is like sus as hell.
Yeah.
And like French looks nervous the whole time, and Diddy keeps putting his hand on his shoulder like he's trying to give him a back rub and shit. And even the hat.
If you're using profanity, sir, you have to make a donation. I'm letting you know now. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The hat Diddy's wearing too is like, it's on some like wannabe pimp. Like, I don't know. It looks kind of clownish.
Yeah. Are you a French Montana? Are you a French Montana fan, sir? Frenchie.
Yeah, it was when he first came out, but he kind of, he fizzled out. He didn't really keep putting out quality music, you know.
I beg to differ, sir. French Montana has become a superstar. He's got monster hits. In 2013, he first came out with Excuse My French. That was in Bad Boy. 2017, Jungle Rules. 2019, Montana. 2021, they got Amnesia. Do you know why he started putting out projects on Epic? Does he still have some type of partnership deal with Bad Boy? Why did he go to Epic from Bad Boy?
I don't know. You have to fill me in on that. But he's.
Well, you just said you're a fan, so I'm not a fan. I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan or a follower. He had like a few big songs like in the beginning that really hit. You know,
Monster.
like Pop That with Drake and like big, monster hits. But then I was a super casual fan. I'm more into like the down south shit. But he
keeps cursing. Well, you gotta go, sir. You can't control your mouth. You say you're a fan, you're not a fan. Sway Lee and French Montana had a monster song. Oh my goodness, they're jumping around. Yeah, it's called Unforgettable. Let me get this woman back in the line and see if she watched the video. 347. What are you doing? Hey, baby, you there? Did you watch it?
I absolutely did.
What'd you see?
Oh my God. That was so uncomfortable to watch. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was so uncomfortable. Okay, let me tell you what that was giving. That was giving that French Montana and Diddy definitely had something going on behind the scenes. And he didn't want to let people know, like he didn't want it to be obvious that they definitely have something going on. Stevie Wonder could see that they have something going on. You know what I'm saying? And Ellen, I feel like she was trying to like throw him a lifeline because Diddy didn't know like boundaries. Like, hey, we're on national television. People in like Minnesota, whatever, Middle America are watching. We have to like kind of like make it look like, hey, you guys are just friends or whatever. But I feel like Diddy was high out of his mind on the show, right? And didn't know how to keep it low. That was my impression. Okay. But how it looked to me is that they definitely have something going on behind the scenes.
What about toward the end when Ellen grabbed French's hand and she was consoling him, making sure he was okay and letting him know, hey,
how I interpreted
it's okay. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Right.
I got those vibes.
Yes. I feel like I took it two ways, right? I took it two ways. Like, look, bro, like, hey, I see what's going on, right? Just chill, relax. I want to make you feel comfortable. Yeah. But I also took it like she was trying to like kind of console him. Like he looked super uncomfortable. And honestly, the look on his face was the same look that a lot of these down low people have, right? That it was just like the same look to me, honestly, that like Fabulous was given. You remember when he was on Drink Champs with okay? It was the same.
Hang on a second. People have
given.
Have brought
the
that
deer in headlights.
Like, hang on.
Bro, you know what's going on.
Can you hang on?
Okay.
Can you hang on?
Sure, of course.
People have referenced that clip on more than one occasion. Fabulous and my homie Jada Kiss when they were on Drink Champs. Fabulous was more so shocked that Diddy was even trying to play that little game about why won't you party with me, daddy? Fabulous wasn't with the bullshit. He wasn't with the bullshit. Go ahead.
You don't feel like Fabulous was with the bull-ish? You don't feel like he was at all?
He was looking at Diddy like the nigga was out of his fucking mind. But I'll let you finish up. Go ahead.
But you know what? This is okay. So you could be right, but how I interpreted it was, how dare you let people see? How dare you let everyone see like what we got going on? Like, you really finna put me on blast like that? That's how I interpreted it. I could be wrong. Okay.
Well, that's your opinion.
When I saw that.
That's your opinion, and you're speculating, and that's fine. That's fine. But let's bring it back to French Montana. Montana. That's my main focus tonight. Do you think that the Homeland Security, HSI, that they're going to bring him in as a witness? I mean, I don't know if he's a U.S. citizen or not. Born and raised in Morocco until he was 13. Your thoughts on that, please?
1,000%. And, a lot of these people don't believe that, that the celebrities aren't going to be called in. They're going to call people in. They're going to question people. These people are witnesses. They were there. Whether, he's a quote unquote celebrity or whatever, he was there. He was present. They're going to be called in. They're going to be questioned. Now, is anything going to happen to them? I think that there's a little bit of a fantasy as it relates to, what's going to happen to, this person and that person, this celebrity or that celebrity. Okay. But will celebrities be called in? Of course they will. They are witnesses.
Okay. Baby, I have to cut you short. I have to get other calls on the line. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you for watching the video.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay.
People are not just going to be called in, guys. They're going to be subpoenaed. And let me just say thank you to those of you who actually did some research when we did this show about Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is not an American citizen. The last show that we did, if you look at the top of the comments, pinned right there, I give you a source from a law firm. He applied for another visa, a green card, in 2023. Just because he's married to an American doesn't mean he automatically gets citizenship. Okay? I just had to say this. I don't know French Montana's situation, but they won't just be called in, you'll be subpoenaed. All right? Guys, give me a second. I got to do a little something here on the showrunner. I also have a different Cash App in case there's any issues with Cash App, Star Report Media. I'll put that on the screen shortly, but I'm trying to see if Zelle works. If anybody uses Zelle, okay. But thank you for your continued support. Hey, Miriam, thank you for your email. She says, Star, you bring up a very good point that, some of those bottles might be liquid cocaine. French Montana and most of your rappers, if you will, that live in New Jersey. Last I heard, he lived in New Jersey. They do not come into Newark International Airport. You guys know this? Let me go in the live chat real quick. Do you know where they fly into? So they can get certain things in on planes. And I'm speculating. I have no proof. Do you know what airport they use when they fly private into New Jersey? Just wanted to put that out there, okay? Let me go to area code 305. Talking about Diddy and French Montana. Are you up to speed? 305.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's Teterboro, I think it is, right? Teterboro Airport.
You tell me, sir. You tell me.
I think that's the private one in Jersey. You just said that. But I'm up to speed with what's going on.
Come on.
And I say this as a French Montana fan. I'm like having to kind of have a reality check about what's going on with this guy.
Okay.
But as I say this as a fan, you said he's a star, big big hits. He's got diamond records, highest selling African-born artist.
Yeah.
All that, right. He's got a huge catalog, all that. So, and then the other side of it is like casual fans and people say he's trash. So like this guy, he's ass, he's garbage. He can't rap. I say this as a fan. I see both sides of this. Now, French Montana, his history, he's been trying to get signed for a long time. He had the Cocaine City, the Coke Wave, and then the DVDs.
Yeah.
He was trying to sign with G Unit, back in the day with 50. I think that's why he and 50 had beef. Because something they fell out. So he tried to sign with 50. He signed with Akon, and then that fell through. And then he was really kind of at his last moment because he was getting older. That's when Puff reached out to him. And that's when he went with Bad Boy. He didn't sign his publishing with Bad Boy. He signed it directly with Sony. That's how he ended up doing the deals with Epic back and forth with that.
Okay.
But
now, hang on a second. Stay with me because, I remember French Montana from the Coke Boys when he and Jim Jones. Hang on. When he and Jim Jones were beefing. And French had that track that I liked, New York Minute. Remember that? New York Minute? Remember that?
Yeah. French had that. Yeah, that was French's track.
I like that. That's the first track.
Yeah.
If memory serves me correctly, he started getting some airplay. My homie Funkmaster Flex started giving him some burn. So, did he put out any more music on Bad Boy or just that one album, excuse my French, in 2013? I don't know.
I think that album and Jungle Rules may have been on Bad Boy, but I know for a fact Excuse My French was a Bad Boy album. That was like the one deal he did, because French, I hate to say it about him, but he's a label whore. He's like Shaq. You know, he's going team to team to team, whoever he can get with to get on.
I thought you said you were a fan, so you kicking the man's back.
Well, being a fan, you got to be honest about your fandom and who you're a fan of.
Gotcha.
So I'm being realistic about it.
Okay.
It's sad, but yeah. But he's been bounced around to different labels. And with that, he had a deal with Diddy. It was like a development deal. Okay. He signed a management deal with MMG with Rick Ross. You know, Rick Ross and Diddy were cool at the same time. So it was kind of like a triangle, love triangle, I guess you could say. Something may have been going on, because that was when the things about Rick Ross was coming out with Diddy. And then, French started hanging with him. He had the French Vanilla Ciroc. That was like a promotional deal. Diddy got those sales because it's.
Sir, can I ask you to slow down just a little bit? Take your time. I'm here to do a 4-hour show tonight. Just take it easy.
Oh, see, I didn't know if you got time. All right. Yeah. Okay.
So Frenchie popped off. Bow! He was on the keeping up with the Kardashians and the whole shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Megastar. Now it only makes sense to me that Homeland Security would run down on him. Does he still live in Jersey?
I'm not sure if he lives in Jersey or New York or LA. I'm not sure where specifically. I do know he's a citizen. He is an actual American citizen. He took what they call the oath. You have to pledge, not like the Pledge of Allegiance, I guess, to America. So he is a citizen. So I guess no deep.
Can you send me a link, sir? Are you sure? Because hang on, listen to me. TMZ put out a fake news story in 2018 that Justin Bieber applied for citizenship. That was fake news. So now, are you sure? Okay. Can you send me a source? The French Montana is.
I'm looking here.
American citizen.
I just did a quick Google.
Okay.
It says yes, French Montana is a United States citizen. The rapper Kareem was born from Morocco. Okay. He moved here at the age of 13,
right,
and took the naturalization oath of allegiance. Nice. That's what it says.
Can you please send me that link, sir, via email?
Yes, sir. How do you?
The hater.
Okay.
It's on the screen, sir. The hater.
There you go. I got
you. Okay. So I need you to slow down. You're rushing. I'm in no rush tonight. So
it says it's an AI source. So I don't know how to copy the link.
Okay. Well, just do what you got to do, but just send that to me. Okay. So
it's the fader. It's the fader.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think about the video from the Ellen DeGeneres show 2017 in my community section? Do you think
no, I saw
that Ellen exposed, the bromance, things of that nature?
I don't think, well, again, coming to grips with the situation, it was a little sus. She was talking about, I want to hang with your friends. You give me your flavor. And, I love this man. And, he's like my best friend and my pal and all this. I don't know. It is, a little sus. like you said, she kissed his hand at the end. It was kind of like a kiss the ring type of thing, or some kind of like gesture, or
no, sir. She was welcoming him into the family. She was putting her hand, her head on his hand. Yes, the gay mafia. Don't get it twisted, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So are you saying that Ellen is kind of like not a gatekeeper, but I guess more like like the figure to say to the gay community, like, hey, you know, this guy's one of us.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I can see it that way. I don't want to because I'm a fan, but you know, I saw what I saw. I just sent you that link.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, from the statement.
Go ahead and finish up, sir. You have the last word. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
Well, just again with French, I'm a fan, but I hate to say it. I think he did sign his life away. He has a song called "The Devil Wants My Soul." He raps about the devil wanting his soul.
Okay.
I think he sold his soul to, you know, Diddy was a buyer, and that's how he's here now. So,
the diddler. Okay. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. All right, man.
Okay. Guys, let me just talk by myself for a second because that guy was moving so fast, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm set up and situated here. Star Report Media. Okay. Here is my other Cash App. If anybody has any issues, Cash App lost a lawsuit. So they've been acting real funny. I'm sure many of you know this. And I appreciate any and all support of the show. So we have 2 Cash Apps. There's the other one, Star Report Media. Okay, I say again, Star Report Media. Let me go back for a second. According to Rolling Stone and a few other sources, the memoir of Kim Porter is fake. The author, Chris Todd, Kamora Lee Simmons, who supposedly was Kim Porter's best friend, and LaWanda Lane, told Rolling Stone in a joint statement that they don't know this author, Chris Todd. Lane adds that every page in that book is false. She also says that Porter was not working on any kind of memoir before her death. She would never, Lane says. She was extremely private. Close friend Ebony Electra called the book blatant lies. Okay. Rolling Stone. But for those of you who did purchase it and those of you who did read it, please call in with some bullshit. We want to be entertained. All right. Everybody hold on. I'm getting to your donations. Thank you for your support. Let me go up to Patrice. Hey, Patrice. Oh, nice to hear from you. Yes, Patrice, I'm still alive. Niggas are out here dying from all sorts of fucking mild strokes, heart attacks, aneurysms, and here I am, the hater, still alive. Okay, let me go to my emails. Everybody sit tight. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, Mr. Controversy, good to hear from you, sir. Okay, Mr. Controversy, there's another Cash App here, or you can use PayPal at the top of the live chat, or Zelle, okay? Thank you so much. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, he says free Diddy. Elvis is still saying free Diddy. Okay. He's sticking to it. Okay. Let me go to area code 737. Late night. Are you there? 737.
Hello?
Hey.
I just want to say, ain't no free Diddy.
Oh.
He did everything they saying he did.
Let's go, baby.
And we've heard it for years.
Right.
I do want to put out the point of Corey Gamble, who is tied to the Kardashians, who also was Justin Bieber's tour manager. They all are tied into this. French Montana, Khloe Kardashian, all of them. And you know what really sad? And I've been researching all of this stuff before Diddy got indicted.
Okay.
He has always been a monster. And I, even down to the biggest stuff and certain things that Lil' Kim has said, certain things that Mary has said, and they all quiet right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the French Montana stuff, and you remember when all him, French Montana, DJ Khaled, all of them was the best of friends.
I got to jump in for a second, baby. You said Mary. Danny Boy has already outed Mary, who supposedly, allegedly jumped his bones.
Come forward.
Hang on, baby. Hang on. Jumped his bones when he was 15. So, listen, I've got a job to do on this microphone, and that's to be truthful and objective. So, I like yourself, you know, it's time for Diddy. It's time. But go ahead.
Do you think the Danny Boy and Mary stuff is true?
I don't see why he would get up on a platform with a straight face and say, I mean, it wasn't like he was drinking or trying to harm her. He was, you know, speaking his truth.
Right.
Speaking his truth.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Corey Gamble, everybody thought Kanye, yeah, we know he all kind of crazy. He said Corey is the, what do you want to call him?
Well, hang on a second, baby. I can't let you just slander someone unless you have proof. Corey Gamble, is
no.
That? Hang on. Is that Kris Kardashian's boyfriend? Corey Gamble? Okay. Corey Gamble's a pimp, so I'm going to give him a pass for right now. He's pimping old ass. He's pimping old ass Kris.
He's tied to Scooter Braun, who messed with Taylor Swift.
Right.
He was tied to Usher and
Justin Bieber. And Justin Bieber. This we know.
Justin Bieber. And Usher, I'm from a place called Chattanooga, Tennessee. Y'all might not never ever heard of it.
Okay.
I live in Texas now.
Okay.
Usher is tied to him too. And I come from a place, Jerry Rice, Samuel Jackson.
Folks, give her a second. That's that Alizé. Give her a second. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I'm coming from a place of Samuel Jackson. His mother lived here. He lived here before he went to Hollywood. Jerry Rice. Right. I used to go watch Usher down in Miller Plaza. You can look it up.
I'm going to take your word.
He used to be with a group of Happy Time.
Okay.
He moved to Atlanta, and everybody got on Usher because you kept saying you weren't from Chattanooga, right?
Right.
He ended up going with P. Diddy.
You from Al Green's hometown, yes?
Yes. So then Usher,
spending my days,
I let her live down the street.
Thinking about you, girl. I'm sorry, go ahead, baby. You were saying?
My daddy was fucked up, but he was friends with Usher daddy who died over overdose.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly. Because I'm protecting your shit.
Okay.
Then all of
Justin Timberlake is from there as well, right? From NSYNC.
Say that again?
Justin Timberlake is from where you from? NSYNC. Justin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to say allegedly because I'm protecting your thing. My daddy used to be a pimp, okay? And all of them ran in circles together. So then when he moved to Atlanta and his mother gave him custody to Diddy, his daddy had died.
Okay. All right. Baby, you've done wonderful. I thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. Is Glorilla from out there where you are as well?
No, she from Memphis.
Memphis, okay. But you from Tennessee, pardon me. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and what I'm telling you is the truth. Corey Gamble, right. Everybody want to say Kanye crazy. Right. That man with Scooter Braun, they are all connected.
All connected. Baby, I got to go. I thank you for calling. God bless you.
Okay, give me y'all real fast.
God bless you, baby. God bless. Okay. I let her talk. You know, she's grooving. That's that gold passion, Alizé. Hold on a second. Let me take a sip behind that, huh? Hold on. Everybody hold on. Goddamn. Whew. Shit. Folks, in my community section is the video to the source of my main topic this evening, Diddy and French Montana relationship exposed by Ellen. She picked up on it right away. She picked up on it. Oh, and the story about Diddy not eating in jail, that's fake news. Some of you were sending me that story earlier. I do research throughout the day, even if I'm, doing what it is that I do. I was working on one of my classic cars today. But I took a break, and the source, I forget which source it is, the news anchor, she was interviewing some guy, and he supposedly worked with the prison system, and he said, she said to him first, what's the T? The T. So now you've got the mainstream dominant society using the language that, you folks use, T. And this guy said more than likely. He had no solid proof. So Diddy's not, starving himself. He's worried about being poisoned. Diddy is eating. Trust me. He's going through withdrawal from ecstasy, the pink cocaine, whatever. When you come down off that shit, you're hungry. That nigga's eating. Trust me. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Okay. Leslie, where is your picture? Where is your picture? Someone sent me an email. You might be a nigga with a wig. Just send a picture. I don't respond to just any goddamn buddy, right? Let me go to Phoenix, Arizona, area code 602. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? 602. Late night.
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, baby. What's cracking? What's shaking?
I wanted to comment on the French Montana video with Ellen, but I'm trying to stop laughing from the last caller. I didn't found out about the grandfather, everybody. Regardless. So yeah, I saw that video with Ellen, Diddy, and French Montana. And let me say this. Shout out to the cameraman on that Ellen set, because the way he was working the camera and getting Diddy's arm around French Montana on every angle, like he almost had that, I don't know what you call that camera that you can move all around, the just 360 or whatever. He was working all those angles. And so the cameraman I was like, whoa. And so anyway,
did you ever see that video before? Hang on. It was 2017. Did you see that before?
So I saw the video, I want to say years ago.
But you didn't pay attention. You didn't pay attention.
I didn't pay attention because when I saw it years ago, I thought it was weird that Ellen was kissing French Montana's hands. But I'm not in the celebrity world, so maybe they just kiss each other's hands. So I didn't think anything of it years ago. But when you were put it on your community page and stuff. I had to go back and there were several renditions of that clip. Like you could find short clips and stuff with audio. One of the short clips of the video was playing Alicia Keys.
I saw that one.
Know my name. But if you watch the full Ellen clip, what I found interesting was two things. So it was weird that Ellen was giggling and holding French Montana's hand and sort of like kissing it at the part when Diddy was like, yeah, he parties too or something.
Right. Can I jump in for a second? Stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
There's a lot of clips that are resurfacing that we are now paying attention to. Yes, the full clip that's in my community section, I didn't want to add any sauce to it. I wanted people to watch it in its entirety. And toward the end, as you saw Ellen, letting French know it's okay. It's okay. You're young. You're just getting into this world. It was a moment.
He kissed his hand like she was bowing at the altar.
It was a moment,
like the way you prayed,
that they shared. But did you notice Diddy, who stood up and he seemed a little concerned, jealous, if you will? Did you take notice of that?
Did you notice how extremely tight and short Diddy's pants were when he stood up?
Can you answer my question first?
Yeah, I noticed how jealous he looked. As a female, you always go with the outfit.
Yeah.
But as when he stood up, he was almost like proud. Like I don't know. I'm not a man and I don't have a son, but he was almost standing up like look at my boy, like his son threw the first pitch in a baseball game or something. Okay. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
so hang on a second. I got to bring it back. So there's a new alleged victim who did a press conference today. She was crying. And she's saying that Diddy and another associate violated her, filmed it. So this case, that is also being built in front of our eyes. It would appear to have legs to it. And I don't want to put anything in your mind. I want you to give us what you think. What are your feelings at this point in time? Did you grow up on Diddy? Are you a fan? Are you looking at this objectively? What are your thoughts on the case at this point in time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I grew up on Diddy, and I'm in late '90s. Late '80s, early '90s baby. So I grew up in that era. But to be honest with you, when I went on Instagram this morning, I saw that new case that was filed by the new accuser. My spirit was exhausted. As soon as I saw the headline of new accuser filed, and that's not to say I don't believe accusers. So you know what I'm saying? Right. But it's just I'm tired of all the Diddy stuff, because it's okay, feds, we believe you. Send them to jail for life already.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that, but social media is taking this case beyond, the places that the OJ trial, once upon a time went. So
right.
It's huge. And you're going to get overkill, as you just pointed out. But, I want other people to speak. I don't want to be the person who, tells you how to feel or what to think. Any thoughts on
No, you're not.
Kim Porter's memoir? They're saying it's fake. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Before the memoir, I was just going to mention on Gloria Allred, because to me, in my head, just not on this particular case, just over the years, to me, she's almost just been like a Hollywood lawyer. And her daughter, Lisa Allred, I believe, she's the attorney that was representing or is representing Don Richards in her case against Diddy. So it's like a mother-daughter duo. But as far as the Diddy memoir, I'm not going to lie. If I have to put a percentage on it,
It's the Kim Porter memoir, not Diddy. Kim Porter memoir.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. The Kim Porter memoir. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
See, Diddy's name is in the news so much. I can't. I can't. So the Kim Porter memoir, if I have to put a percent on what I believe is true and what I believe is false, I would say 70% true, 30% false.
Okay. I thank you for your call. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. You take care.
Bye now. Okay. All right. We're getting a nice variety of calls, a lot of females. Thank you for chiming in. I want to get your thoughts on this so we're not just, kicking the diddlers back in. Tito Strong, I got your email. Are you calling in, Tito? Thank you for your donation. If so, tell me what area code you're calling from. Okay. Okay, the Fader, French Montana. Okay, so I've got a link here. French Montana get his U.S. citizenship. Can it be revoked if he doesn't cooperate? That's the question. Okay, according to the Fader, thank you so much. French Montana is now a United States citizen. Okay. This article is dated June the 14th, 2018. Okay, he took the naturalization oath of allegiance on Wednesday. Okay. Again, guys, on the last show that we did, at the top of the comments is a link to a law firm that says Justin Bieber, is not a citizen. He applied for another green card in 2023. For those of you who were so determined to say, oh, no, he's married. That doesn't always do it. Hey, Toby, I got your donation. Toby says, I made a donation via YouTube, but heard you mentioning Zelle. Thank you so much. Yes, the Zelle information. Let me put that back on the screen. I'm trying it out because Cash App is it's causing a goddamn issue. Thank you, Toby. Let me respond, guys, because she always supports the show. Copy. Okay. Jackie, I got your donation. Star, why were you never a porno guy? You grew up in the 70s. That was the golden era for porno. Well, I was born in 64. In the 70s, I had no interest in porno. I was a kid. In the 80s, when I, started moving and shaking and popping, I was too busy. I moved to New York, in 1981, and I wanted to experience everything that I had read about in books, whether it was science fiction or, the different types of people, the movers and the shakers. David Sarnoff is one of the people who inspired me to move to New York, and I just didn't have time. I mean, I used to go through Midtown Manhattan, and I used to see the different movie theaters that had Vanessa Del Rio, Samantha Fox, and a host of other porn stars. They were porn stars back in those days, but I just didn't have time, and it just wasn't something that, ever made me want to start a porn collection. But thank you for your donation, okay? Let me go to area code 404. Late night, we're talking about French Montana and Diddy. Exposed. According to Ellen, are you there? 404.
What's good? What's good, Star? What's shaking?
Yes, sir. It's kind of noisy.
What's good? What's shaking?
It's noisy in the background. So are you outside?
I'm here.
Are you outside?
404. What's good?
Are you outside?
I'm chilling outside, yeah.
Okay. Please call back another time. Thank you so much, sir. We're not going to let you kill the vibe. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Let me go to area code 609. Good evening. 609. Two topics on the table.
Hello, good brother. This is D. Brad from Rap City, the Basement.
Thank you, sir. Good night. Thank you, sir. Good night. Boy, that was just that brother was just too harsh, wasn't it? Call me brother off the bat. Good God. Hey, whoa. Is that Sunday? 206?
Hey, Star.
Hey, Sunday, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Late night. We're talking about a few topics. Where do you want to start?
I wanted to make reference to something in relation to your topic.
Please.
There was a movie that came out in 1997 called Absolute Power with Clint Eastwood.
I saw that.
And so in the very beginning, when he witnesses a crime, it brings me back to Diddy. Freddie, one of the rappers on Making the Band, had made a comment on Art of Dialogue, I think it's called.
Okay.
And they chopped up his video in a few different sessions to kind of stretch it. And one of the things he believes is that if Diddy lived his truth, he would not be in prison right now, which is to be a gay man. That's what he was implying. But that's not Diddy's truth. Diddy's truth is to be exactly as he was. In Absolute Power, I believe the man was like ready to have sex with a prostitute. She was all for it. She's like, let's go. She was getting naked, but that's not what he wanted.
Okay.
He didn't want to.
Sunday, I have to interject. You lost me with Freddie, formerly of Making.
Freddie, yeah.
Yeah, you lost me.
Yeah.
Why do we care what Freddie is saying? Freddie has.
What he said?
Why do we care what he's saying? He's already said a few things. Then he's gone back. He hates him. Yeah, he wishes him all the best.
Okay. But
you lost me. You lost me.
Okay. So a lot of people, a lot of gay men who are openly gay, like they're not in the closet, have spoken on Diddy and how absurd some of his behavior is. He's a sexual deviant.
Okay.
There's a subcategory of men who do not enjoy consensual sex. They have to be violent. And the fact that it's not consensual is what they enjoy. And so I'm just saying that in relation to the film, because this was a very rich, wealthy man, and she was a prostitute. She was getting naked, ready to go, but he started attacking her. He started beating her, and then he killed her. And then he wanted to have sex. And I
have to jump in, Sunday, because, we don't know if my audience, the people listening, even saw that film. So let's pull it back.
Okay.
French Montana. The relationship between he and Diddy, and
right.
What he has become known for. I'm saying that there's a good chance that Homeland Security will bring him in, subpoena him, possibly raid his home. What are your thoughts on I don't know how long you were here with me, but the drugs? You think that French Montana was some type of supplier? Let's get focused.
I couldn't confirm or deny that. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about.
I want you to speculate.
Him.
I want you to speculate.
Okay. Well, if I had to speculate, I think he was down for anything.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
And when I looked at the video that you put in your community section with Ellen DeGeneres, what I noticed is that he was very stoic when he was talking to Ellen, and Diddy was the one that was very affectionate with him. His body language was different, and French Montana was sitting straight up, and Diddy was very open. His body and his hand was around his back. Yeah. Diddy, to me, and this is what people have been saying online, that was the point of me bringing up the person I brought up. People are saying online that he enjoys turning people out. It's not about living as a gay man, because that's not what he likes. So the fact that he could take French Montana or any of these men who are in his world of being an artist, who have maybe never had a man before, he enjoys the forceful turning out of these people. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I really believe that that's a subcategory of sexuality, as opposed to just being a gay man.
Do you have any data that you can send me? Because I hear you, and you yourself are you gay or bisexual? I forget.
Well, you tell me. I said I was bisexual, and you said no, you're not. So I don't know. No, I said I was.
I was just joking with you. Can you tell the audience what you are? What are you? I don't know.
I identify as bisexual because,
Okay.
I find white women attractive,
Okay.
but I don't want to date them. That's what I said to you.
Do you have
They're
any?
sexually attractive.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. Do you have any data that can support what you're saying? Because sometimes you can speak to a couple
Absolutely.
of people. Hang on. You can speak to a couple of people, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the general consensus. Anything you can send me, please do. But let's go back for a second with regards to, again, French Montana. And he's been very quiet. I went to his IG page. He's not saying too much. Do you think he has removed himself from Diddy's friendship? Diddy said in that video, in case you didn't catch it, French Montana was his best friend. Best friend. That's from 2017. Go ahead.
Yes, I do. I do think he's removing friendship from Diddy because in this time and day, people are being held accountable for their actions, whereas in the 90s and early 2000s, people were getting away with murder, literally. And so I think that because this is an accountability era, if there's enough evidence to persecute, he is wanting to distance himself because he's going to quickly lose a lot of his opportunities. So I do think that he's trying to do that. But as far as speculation is concerned, I think that Diddy is a bottom. That's what I can tell with my gaydar. He's a bottom, and I think that a lot of these men were probably paid to penetrate him. That's what I think, because they probably disassociated themselves in the moment and said, "This isn't gay because I'm the one doing it." So that's what I think. Because if you get it being done to you, then that's a whole new level of gay. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's some rationale for some people.
Well,
to say, no,
Okay, so you're a gaydar, but you're not gay. But you're saying you're a gaydar.
I said I was bisexual. I consider it to be a part of the LGBT because if I was a man and I said men are sexually attractive.
Hang on. Now there are people, gay people I've seen. They would take issue with what you're saying. If you're bisexual, you're not gay. That's like a real.
No, that's not true.
Hang on.
Bisexual is a part of the.
Hang on. I let you speak. That's a very offensive thing to be bisexual. Hold on. My headset went out here. That's a very offensive thing to gay people if you're bisexual and claiming to be gay. You do know that, yeah?
It's not offensive anymore. That's back in your day. Right now, they're all included in the LGBT. That's what the B stands for, bisexual. So It is included now. Back in the day, it was offensive like 20, 30 years ago, but now it's included.
No, 10 years ago. I do research quite often. But
it's LGBT, LGBT, and bisexual.
Q,
so we're included.
Q plus.
Yeah, but B is in there. So no, it's not. I've had relationships with women. I've dated women. Okay. I think it would be offensive if, you're heterosexual pretending. So I've been with women. So, but I don't want to make this shit about me. This always turns on me somehow. I was just saying that I think French Montana absolutely, poked Diddy, and I think he got a nice check. He probably bought a house. That's what I think.
Well,
and I think Diddy is like turning people out.
Stay there.
I don't think so. Mm-hmm.
Someone sent it a donation. Expect to hear a lot from Dame Dash in the next few weeks, months, and absolutely nothing from Sean Carter. Okay, I'm not sure where you're going, but thank you for your donation. Okay. Back to you for a second. Sunday, I appreciate you calling in. Well, sometimes the reason why it may go back to you is because when you make statements and you speak on behalf of other people, we need a source, I mean, your experience is one thing, but you need a source if you're saying that this is how gay people feel or this is how the LGBTQ plus feel. You follow me? You need a source.
Yeah, I can't speak on how gay people feel. I was just saying, people like Jason Lee, who's way out the closet, homosexual, who does Hollywood Unlocked, and gay reporters, journalists, podcasters, people like that are on YouTube, like openly gay. They have all kind of like can't relate to what Diddy's doing. They don't understand it. They don't associate that with being homosexual. And what I was saying is there's a population of men who are even as far as attractive and wealthy, who can have any woman they want, but they don't want consensual sex. They want it to be violent and forced. I saw a documentary years ago.
Well, hang on a second before you go into a documentary that people may or may not have seen. You mentioned Jason Lee.
Yes, I did.
I just saw
Jason Lee had a
small clip, a small clip of Jason Lee speaking. I think he's got a lot of insight as to what's going on right now because he has the understanding of people who have been pretending to be straight, people that have been slithering, doing deviant things, motivated by drugs. Not saying he was into that. I don't know his background like that, but he seemed to have a real good understanding of what's going on, Jason Lee, from what I saw. Go ahead.
He did a video where he threw everybody under the bus. He said there is not a person in Hollywood that has not been to Diddy's parties. He listed over a dozen names, and he said literally everyone has been there. Everybody. Whether or not they stayed after hours is another story, but they were all there. And can I just throw in this quick thing? For those who have seen Making the Band, it was revealed by Freddie that cheesecake that they walked 20 miles to get was for Beyonce. The cheesecake was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time, but that, you know why that stood out to me is because you don't know who people are. Right. The fact that could have been made public then, that would have made her an Ice Spice, a mean girl, right? To know that poor people who have nothing but a dream are walking 20 miles to get you a raggedy piece of cheesecake, and then she just probably threw it in the trash. But then that only came out now. He said that now. Right. And I thought about it.
Sunday, I have to cut you short. I don't care what Freddie is saying. I'm sorry. But I appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Freddie's bitter. Freddie is the guy, in case you don't know, folks, from Making the Band, DA, who was sucking his thumb. And who was it that put hands on him? Was it Chopper? That was so long ago. I don't even remember that show. Troll Babies, who put hands on Freddie? I think he took a L. Who was sucking his thumb? Was it Ness? Mario got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Mario, there is the Cash App info right there. Star Report Media. I appreciate your support, sir. And guys, I'm trying out Zelle as well. My email address is the Zelle payment option, thehater1964@yahoo.com. Okay, that's a different Janet. That's not the Janet who usually calls. Hey, Janet. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, she's claiming she knew me from Plainfield, New Jersey in 1976. Whoa. I might know this girl. She says, you broke my cousin's sink in the bathroom when her father came home. That's a fact. Well, hey, baby, thank you for your donation. I was smashing your cousin on the couch, and her father did come home, and I ran into the bathroom, pulled my pants up, and I was leaning on the sink, and the whole goddamn sink fell. The house was a shithole. But thank you, baby. Somebody trying to remind me of some bullshit. Area code 737. Good evening. Diddy, French Montana, exposed. Are you there? 7-3.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
Okay.
Hey, baby.
I just left, and the people was talking about I was drunk.
Oh, that's you I spoke to. Okay, listen, baby, I gotta take other calls. No, you're good.
Right.
Baby, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Oh, no. I just want to be more clear on what I was saying.
Well, baby, are you sending in a donation? Because listen, I'm hot like
I will send you a donation.
Okay, I'm hot like chicken grease, baby. Send that donation. I'll put you on hold. I'm gonna put you on hold. Send the donation. I'll pick back up. Okay, hold on a second. Put her on hold. Hold on a second. I'm popping like Jiffy Pop. Goddamn. Play with me. Okay. We'll put her on hold. I'm gonna come back to you, baby, but you make sure you get that donation here. Cash App, PayPal, do something, goddamn. Let's go to California, area code 442. Good evening, Diddy, French Montana, exposed. Yes, no, maybe in 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you so much. Have a good night. The fuck was going on in the background, for God's sakes? Everybody, hold on. I'm moving too fast. 317. Are you up to speed on the topics? It's late night.
What's good, bro?
Yes, sir. How are you? What's cracking?
I'm doing well, man. I was on your show not too long ago, man. We were talking about French Montana. It's crazy this came up, man. I was talking about how French been kind of getting off on the slide. Man, he was Puffy's Mace after Rick Ross tried to recreate the Biggie Puffy thing. French was the new Mace after a while, and he's been kind of quiet and everything. So I'm glad you kind of brought this up, man. It's even if he didn't, perform in no Batty Boy stuff, he knows something. Him and Diddy was around each other all the time. And that Ellen video is hilarious.
Did you see the full video in its entirety? Did you see the end when she starts kissing his hand?
Yeah, that was real weird. And then not only that, after I saw your stuff, I went on YouTube and just typed in Ellen, Puffy, and French. And there's a whole bunch of weird videos with Ellen and Puffy. She was asking them where's the weirdest place you had sex at, and just weird questions and just weird, they got a relationship. They know each other. Do
you remember Diddy used to pop out the box? He used to sit inside the box right next to the guest on the couch, and he would pop out and then they started doing it to him, and he started getting scared. Remember, because if memory serves me correctly, Diddy hates clowns.
Yes, that episode popped up too. They had that what's that Pennywise popped up on his ass.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw another video. Some YouTuber made a video about that dude Twitch that used to be on the show. They said I guess he committed suicide. And they were saying that him and Diddy had some stuff going on.
Well, hang on a second. So let's go to French Montana. You say you're a French Montana fan, yes?
Big French fan. He's the East Coast future.
Okay. Now, I only met him one time. Good guy, man. He I can't say nothing bad about him. He came on my show by himself. I was in Philly, and we had a good conversation, and he has popped off. Salute to him. But do you think that he was some type of supplier? See, if people don't know about his Coke Boy days, he was about that life. He was about that life. Yeah,
he's real big. Max B. I was a big fan. Max B, French Montana, Coke Wave. I mean, he definitely could be the plug. He definitely could. And if you listen to his lyrics, he say a lot of shit. Excuse my language, a lot of stuff about Illuminati bankroll, Illuminati this, Illuminati that. Yeah. So I mean, he do seem like I said, I'm a fan of his music, but he do seem like one of them hustlers that'll do anything to get to wherever he got to go. You know what I mean? And like that lady said, that bisexual chick said. They called him.
Well, sir, we can't prove she's bisexual. She's a good person. But now, hang on a second. Hang on. Let's bring it back to French. Okay, so you said something a little crazy. The new Mace. I disagree. French has no lyrics that I have ever heard that compared to Mace. Mace had some shit. I'll say that. Mace has some.
No. I'm not saying. I agree with you. I'm not saying he's a rapper on Mace's level. What I'm saying is Puffy always stands next to somebody to be who he is.
Okay.
And he tried to recreate the Biggie Puffy thing with Rick Ross for a quick second, and then when French, because around 2017 when all this happened, this was when French was blowing up. off that I Ain't Worried About Nothing. Nigga, I Ain't Worried About Nothing. That was the album that came out off on Bad Boy.
Right.
And Puffy was all on that album and all that. Yeah. So everything you're saying, man, I'm agreeing with you, man. He could be the plug. He got introduced to all these women. You know, he's one of the snipers. They talk about getting all the famous women. That's his allegedly Shania Latham, the Kardashian chick. I mean, French been knocking them down, they say. So
can I jump in?
Yeah, them Diddy calls.
Can I jump in?
All day.
Do you think French was bringing liquid coke through Teterboro Airport in Jersey?
Man, I'm sure French had to plug to everything. He's from Africa. He's from Morocco. He got whatever you need. Morocco. And then you mix
slow down, sir. Slow down. You're a French Montana fan. I'm trying to get some intel here. Do you think French was bringing in liquid cocaine? Because I don't believe all those bottles are baby oil. They're probably sealed, a good portion of them, liquid cocaine. What do you think about that?
Man, if you got 1,000 bottles of yeah, like you said, you said he going in and out of rehab. Then, yeah, man, it's a matter of time before he overdosed anyway.
sir, we talking about the diddler. 1,000 bottles of liquid cocaine is nothing to the diddler.
Man, it hurts my heart, man. I missed them last days, so I was when I was girl. I was born in '85, so when I was like 12. 13, 11 years old, I thought Puffy was the coolest nigga in the world. You couldn't tell me that wasn't the coolest nigga. That's a lie.
Sir, he was. Oh, no, let's not get it twisted. He was.
The coolest man in the world, man. Yeah. I remember I used to tell my sister, I got an older sister, and she's like, I don't like that nigga. It's just something about, she said, it's just something about that nigga I don't like. And she was like, it's something about his grill. She said, it's something about his grill that I don't like. And ever since then, I never thought he was the coolest nigga in the world. I took my sister's opinion to a big deal, but man, it still hurts my heart because that's Diddy, man. He's the man, man. He's still the man, but it's crazy stuff.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you finish up. You know, I'm not saying Diddy needs to go down based on any type of personal hatred because, truthfully, I like his swag. He and I were cool, but I got a job to do on this microphone. I have to be objective, truthful. He's been doing a lot, man. I mean, he didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk. Diddy would fight niggas. He wasn't just, one of these cats that would talk that hot shit. Even Gene Deal said Diddy had a knuckle game. Yeah. But he's been doing too much, sir. Go ahead and finish up on French Montana. You said you're a fan, please.
Yeah, man, yeah, like you said, man, Diddy's like you said, Diddy's a gangster, man. Like little dudes like Kid Cudi, you're supposed to punk people like Kid Cudi, and I love Wale, but you're supposed to punk people like Wale and Kid Cudi.
Oh,
when you didn't, you feel me? Yeah. But that's another thing. Anyway, French Montana, like I said, I love his music, but his name's definitely gonna be getting brought up in some of this. It's just impossible that he wasn't in some of these parties the way he shot up. Okay. If anybody that's listening, I got a podcast called Let You Know Podcast.
So you're gonna have to spend some money to advertise. Thank you, sir. Let's get him out of here. I'm trying to promote no podcast. You ain't sending no donation. Folks, speaking of promotion, reach out via email. I am here to promote you. That's part of the beauty of what I do now, promoting the younger generation. I've had so much success. I'm not trying to flex, and stunt, but it makes me feel good to promote other people, younger people, to be precise. Okay. Monica, hold on a second. Hey, Monica, did you send in a donation? Okay. Why did you go to my spam folder, Monica? Hold on a second. Let me put you back in my inbox. I appreciate your support, Monica. Thank you so much. I love that name. I only had some coochie for one girl named Monica. I'm not going to say what year, but it was. Oh, is she on there? Monica, did I pick up the call? I'm so sorry. 310. This might be her right here. Are you Monica 310? Monica, is that you?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Hey, babe. Hold on one second, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling back. I went to the spam folder. Why'd you go to my spam folder? What's going on,
I'm
girl?
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I did that.
Well, here you are.
Yours.
I love that name. That's an old school name, Monica. That's like from the 70s.
Old school name.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been a fan of yours ever since back in the day. I lived in Alexandria, Virginia before, but I moved to Cali some years ago.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to chat with you and get your opinions.
Oh.
I mean, we all, you're the objective hater.
Here we are.
And I always care. I always like follow you and everything. But I wanted to give my...
Did we connect in Cali? How long you been living in Cali?
I've been living here for 5 years. I'm in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like 45 miles out of San Francisco. Yeah, so
I used to sling a lot of raw dick in Cali back in the late 80s. But go ahead. You were saying what?
Yeah, I wanted to just have my opinion about Diddy. I know you try to stay on task, but I think that it's time for him to go.
Yeah, it's time.
Because it's just I understand that you respect his swagger, and I get it. He was, but he just took it to another level with all the power and control stuff,
Oh no, baby, it's time for him to go. I've said that already.
It's time for him to go.
Nigga, it's time to go. Time to go. Come on.
Yeah.
Time to go, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to go.
So yeah, I just wanted to reach out. I know you. I mean, I talk really slow, so I know you're used to being fast. So I just wanted to holler at you and let you know I got your email in case I want to do other donations. I always listen to your show. I've always been a fan of yours for years. So just want to...
Babe, listen, I want you to slow down. Let's take our time. I'm in no rush. It's late, You sent in some Skrilla and you called back. So you're from Virginia, born and raised. What were you born in the 60s?
No, actually,
born in the 60s? Born in the 60s?
Yeah, I'm 65.
Okay.
I mean, you're behind you. Yeah.
Seasoned coochie.
December.
Seasoned coochie. Yes?
Yes.
Seasoned. Okay.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. I was born in, Washington, D.C., born and raised, but I moved to Virginia after my parents passed for 7 years. And then I moved to Cali back in 2019, and it's been an adventure out here. So, but I like it out here. It's hella expensive, but it's home,
Are the kids grown?
Oh, no, I don't have any kids. I'm like you.
Okay.
But I have nieces and nephews. Yeah.
And
so I don't have
you're
any
in the
kids.
Bay. You're in the Bay.
Yeah, I'm in the Bay Area, North Bay. I'm in Santa Rosa, which is outside of San Francisco.
I know where it is.
North Bay. Yep, Bay Area. Yeah.
Okay.
So I appreciate talking and listening to your show. It's been a while since I last heard you, but I wanted to get your take on Diddy because I was like, I wonder how Star feels about Diddy. I listened to other people and I said, I got to get Star's take because you always are honest and tell the truth, So anyway.
I'm going to jump and you stay with me. Don't rush. You got no kids.
Oh, okay.
You're from my generation,
Yes.
Diddy, good nigga.
But, and I know you know all of those guys.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing. He's been a hypocrite for a lot of years. He's been running around talking about I walk with God. And you see, he has changed the Jesus piece over the years. For a year or two, he had yellow diamonds. Then I remember he had the blue diamonds. And you see, it was Mace. It was Mace who was telling him when to change the diamonds because Mace has always been on that fly ship. But you see, when you say I walk with God and you're not living a righteous life, I have to call you out. You feel me?
Yes, and you're right. You don't be a hypocrite. Mace He has his reverend. You know, I know he's been with the church too, but I like his show that he has too with what's the other guy?
Cameron, my nigga Cam.
Yeah, Cameron is crazy. I always know Cameron. He went up against Bill O'Reilly one time. It was funny, but you know,
let's go back to Mace for a second.
Up.
Let's go back to Mace. I only met Mace one time. I didn't like his vibe, but
you didn't like his. Okay.
But here's the thing. He gave Diddy a lot of that swag.
Oh,
it was Mace.
Okay.
It wasn't Biggie. No disrespect to Biggie, but Biggie.
Okay.
Baby, listen. Biggie dressed like a bum. He was a bum nigga. All that Gucci sweaters. When I met Biggie, he was wearing turned over shoes. He was a bum nigga.
Yeah.
It was Mace. It was Mace. And Black Rob.
And Black Rob, yeah.
It wasn't Loon. Loon had no swag. Loon had no, but it was really Mace that helped Diddy get his weight up. So if anybody can kick his back in, it is Mace at this point in time. So that's my assessment of things. I appreciate your patience. Thank you for your donation.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the Bay, you said. You don't have any kids, right?
I'm in the Bay.
Send me a picture, baby. I might be out there. Hey, I might be out there next year. Send me a picture. I might, come holler at you. Okay,
yeah. I'll send you. I sent my number to you and everything. If you ever want to
send a picture, baby, I'll keep it.
Let me know.
I'll keep it private. Send me a picture, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All righty.
Mwah.
Okay.
Mwah. Bless you.
All right.
Bless.
Mwah. Take care.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Seasoned coochie. All right. Okay. Late night. Yeah, Mace was a weirdo when I met him. Just one of those niggas who drinks his soda with a straw. I've said that before. Yeah, but I am excited for him and Cam. I think it's a great thing that they patch things up, and the show is phenomenal. Hold on a second, guys. Something else I want to mention. Squirrel Party. Anybody in the live chat? Did you subscribe to my other YouTube platform, Squirrel Party? We posted a new video. Thank you for checking it out. Okay. And if you love pets and animals, please leave a comment. Just leave a nice comment. We're not tolerating profanity on that channel, but if you go to my community section on the Star Report, it'll take you right to Squirrel Party, okay? Just want to say that. Big Aki, I got your donation, okay? Is it Bubby? Hey Maritza, yeah, I'm not fully up to speed, guys, on what's going on with D.L. Hughley and Janet Jackson. Something from the past with regards to Kamala Harris talking about these so-called victims of Michael Jackson. I think that's at the center of why Janet, doesn't rock with Kamala Harris. But I didn't even watch what D.L. Hughley was saying about Janet Jackson. If anybody wants to call in, I'll hear you out. Where's the female who called in earlier? And she said, was that 737? I don't see her name. Okay, I think she hung up. Late night, area code 917. You there? We're talking about the diddler, French Montana. The bromance.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up? Hey. Oh, you're talking about French Montana and Diddy?
Yes.
Okay. So I called in about the recent article concerning Talia Grace.
Okay.
Did you happen to read that in Rolling Stone?
Well, hang on a second. I do have that right here. According to Rolling Stone, Chris Todd, the writer of Kim Porter's book, he won't even confirm whether the memoir is real or not. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about the recent article in the Rolling Stone where Talia Graves apparently was dating an executive, a bad boy, she's just come forward with Gloria Allred.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I saw part of her press conference today. Go ahead, please.
Okay, it sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah.
What was done to her sounds like a horror movie, and it's just getting progressively worse as people come forward with their stories. I do not think anybody's making anything up. I do not think the stories are being fabricated. I believe wholeheartedly that these are actual events that transpired, and he belongs under the jail. I think he's worse than R. Kelly. He's a monster. He's he's raping men. He's raping women. It's not allegedly. The feds don't bring you in.
Well, we have to say, hang on a second, baby. We have to say until he's convicted.
Okay, allegedly.
Go ahead.
Allegedly.
Go ahead.
I apologize. I know. Yeah. Okay. Allegedly. But I can assure you the feds don't bring you in on RICO charges unless they have enough evidence. While we say allegedly, they've got a pretty strong case against him. And again, I think the more we hear about it, the more sickened we're going to be, to be about how he was able to get away with this for so long. And what compounds the injuries even further is that many of his victims don't even know that he sold these tapes. Like, there's pornography out there with innocent victims who were drugged, similar to the manner in which Cosby would drug victims, similar to the manner in which Weinstein would drug his victims.
Right.
I mean, it's going to get progressively worse. And I believe Miss Graves was identified through one of the tapes that the FBI seized. Yeah. Because she would have never come forward unless the FBI approached her and said, "Is this you?"
Bingo. Stop right there. Yeah. And let's call the agency by the proper name, HSI, Homeland Security Investigations.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Right.
Homeland Security Investigations. Yes, I do believe, and I could be wrong, that they broke up J-Lo and Ben Affleck's marriage by showing J-Lo and Ben Affleck video footage or telling them, "Hey, we've got you on all fours. We've got a nigger with a saddle on your back, and you are deep throating two niggers, and one of them is injecting heroin, the other one's smoking crack. Can we count on you to testify?" And then Ben Affleck said, "Whoa, I'm fucking out of here." Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't mean to make light of this situation, but I watched part of the press conference. It was very moving, to say the least. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's just my position at this point. I believe that HSI is approaching. They're able to identify a lot of these people either by name or just by their faces, and he's going to do serious. Well, maybe he'll off himself. Maybe he'll do us all a favor and off himself. Who knows? But yeah, it's very disturbing, and I hope all of the victims are, called forward. And you also have to take into consideration that he's known this was coming for quite some time, and he's probably hidden a lot of his assets in different places for his children.
Stay with me for a second. You sound like a knowledgeable woman. Stay with me. Did you see Khloe Kardashian talking to her sister about people at the Diddy parties being naked? Did you see that?
No, I don't watch the Kardashians. Well, I'm a special education teacher in the Bronx.
Okay.
I don't really have a lot of time to watch that.
Hang on. It was just a small clip that I saw with Khloe talking to Courtney about people at the Diddy parties who were naked. And let me also put this on the table. I said this earlier, not sure if you were with me earlier. The little white girl named Ava, did you see that video from 2020 with Diddy? He had his arm around her, kissing her. Did you see that?
No, I don't know.
If you ask if you ask me, that's when Homeland Security and the FBI said, "Whoa, okay, now you're going someplace else," because it's just like with Michael Jackson when he did that interview with that guy, I forget his name, and he was talking about letting children sleep in his bed. That's when his problem started, Michael Jackson. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But in 2020, the little girl's name is Ava. If you get a chance, just type in Diddy, Ava, and you will see him kissing her on the cheek. It's creepy.
Who is she?
Well, Ava is friends with his daughters. And Ava's parents. She's got parents. Diddy says in the video he adopted her, but that's false. Her parents or her mother was friends with Kim Porter. But this, Ava, creepy as hell. Go ahead.
Yeah, but most of the stories that I've heard from my students who have been traumatized by acts of sexual violence were drugged. Like this is sleepovers and family gatherings where they were actually given something as simple as Benadryl, and they were sexually abused and assaulted while they were in a deep state of sleep. So I would not be surprised if he would even be doing this to his daughter's friends or even his son's friends. I know there were allegations made against his sons as well. Christian, who is Kim Porter's son.
Yep.
And
I don't want to talk about his kids right now, just out of respect. I don't know the details of their legal issues, but let's go back for a second. With regards to him doing these things over the decades, how about the people, those who contributed to this atmosphere of acceptance? Who went to these
atmosphere of acceptance? The enablers, people who enablers,
the people who have been going to these parties, because there's a video also circulating of him. I think it might be 1999, where he's talking and he says out of his mouth, "I'll probably get arrested at some point." He said it. Did you see that?
Well, a friend of mine actually catered to one of his white parties in the Hamptons. She was part of the catering staff.
Okay.
And she said it was a bunch of degenerates hanging around. And, it was very obvious that there were open, there was open drug dealing going on. I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about cocaine and all these other, narcotics. But she said the atmosphere in and of itself was that of complete degeneracy. Like people were acting like degenerates. And they weren't asked to sign NDAs back then. But, they were arguing in the van coming back from the event in the Hamptons because some were saying this is part of the culture and others were saying it's still not acceptable. So you have to, again, it's the atmosphere that you're talking about. It's the handlers like PR people, marketers who worked for the Combs Enterprises. All of these people enabled this entire system of abuse to continue into perpetuity until it was subsequently stopped by HSI. So at some point you would have to, if complaints were made and nobody followed up on investigations of complaints, you could actually hold the government responsible as well for not investigating meritorious complaints. So,
I want to say one more thing. And then I want you to finish up. I appreciate your time. I'm just going to give you a little pushback when you said degenerates. No, I believe a lot of the enablers and those who were part of the atmosphere of acceptance were white collar people. Those who do that drug GHB, right? You see, drug dealers will come, drop off the drugs, and pretend they saw nothing. They just want the money. They're not looking to tell any goddamn body. They want to keep the clientele. The drug dealers will bring the drugs 4:00 in the morning, 6 a.m., drop it off with no questions asked. But it's those highbrow white collar people who partake in deviant activity, in my opinion, and those who are resigning right now, hint, hint, hint. Those are the ones who I want to see in handcuffs. Go ahead, finish up. Take your time. I appreciate you. Go ahead.
There are white collar degenerates as well. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter what color the shirt is.
Right.
You can be a degenerate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody can be a degenerate. But again, my final word is for people who have been subject to this type of behavior. It doesn't have to be Diddy, but at any point in their lives. Right. I just encourage you all to come forward and, get the help that you need to build a better life for yourself. I know this can be very triggering to adults and to children. We had this discussion in my class today. But just come forward and heal and live a loving, happy, productive life.
Thank you so much. All I have to say. Stay in touch. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Bye now.
Okay, bye.
We're getting a lot of females calling in tonight. How about that, huh? Let me make sure I didn't miss any donations. Okay. Someone, I read that one. Pardon me. Okay. Hey again, Toby. I got your donation. If I didn't read it. Okay. Yeah. Guys, I'm not going to keep that video in my community section too long. All right. Ellen, she picked up on the vibes between Diddy and French. She picked right up on it. Hold on a second. Peace, Shazam, I got your donation. Okay. Thank you for tapping in. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody tapping in from back in the days. Hey, baby. She said, don't say my name. We went roller skating back in the days on Jamaica Avenue. Oh, my God. Baby, I don't remember that. Was that Jamaica Roller Dome? Anybody from Queens out there? Hold on, let me Google that. Please don't take me back that far. Anybody from Queens? Was that in the late 70s, the 80s? Was it called Jamaica Roller Dome? I'm embarrassed to even say something like that. But baby, thank you for your donation. What the fuck? GG. Was it called Jamaica? Was it on Jamaica Avenue? Oh my God. No, I'm not from New York, but I've been going to New York since the 70s. Anyway. Hold on a second. Let's go to area code 669. Late night, good evening. We're talking about the bromance between Diddy and French Montana. The source is in my community section. Are you there? 669. A 1-2 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got to get you out of there. Let's go to 770. Good evening. Are you there? Are you ready?
What's good, sir?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm glad you're talking about this French Montana stuff, and you're bringing back up some real. A lot of people probably forgot about this, but Puff and French, they've been getting it in for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
I sent you an email. I don't know if you checked it out yet, but I sent you an email. You know about MREC TV?
Oh, that's my nigga, MREC TV. What? Come on.
MREC got a video. MREC got a video of Puff and his vehicle wishing your boy French Montana a happy birthday.
Okay, well, hang on a second. Most of us have seen that video where they're sitting at the table and French doesn't have on a shirt. And, and Diddy doesn't have on a shirt either.
Other one.
Yeah.
There's another video. I'm not even talking about the one where he's doing the Marilyn Monroe rendition. There's another video of him in his vehicle. Okay. Puff's been wilding out for a long time, bro. And you know what I think, Star? I think he wanted to get caught.
Yeah. Somebody said.
I think he wanted to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm no criminal profilist or anything like that, but in the world of criminology, they say that after a while, criminals, they have the desire to get caught.
Right.
And it's no way possible. All this stuff he's been doing online. You brought up that video with the white girl Ava. I saw that video. I was like, yo, this dude is really
crazy.
Got some balls of steel.
Crazy.
Some balls of steel. Like he's doing this shit out in the open.
Right. So if you're going to use profanity, you have to send it a donation. Okay.
I already sent you in something, bro. I sent you in something already.
Okay.
That's my fault.
Hang on. I want to go back. I want to go back and put some respect on MREX platform. He's one of the originators of what we do here. So, guys, go to MREX TV on YouTube. He's got a video, you say, of Diddy and French Montana.
I sent it to you.
Okay. They were butt naked. Explain it again.
He's in his. I sent you 2 emails. I sent you one of Puff in the car.
Okay.
Wishing French Montana happy birthday. Then I sent you another one. They in my like in Miami or something, and French is spooning with Puff. Like he literally got his pelvic area on Puff's butt.
Can you resend it, sir? I don't see it. Can you resend it? I got time for the bull.
I can resend it to you right now.
The hater 1964yahoo.com. I'll put it on the screen. Go ahead, sir. You were saying, go ahead.
The hater 1964.
Yes, sir. Yahoo. Let me put it on the screen because I got time tonight.
I got it right here. I'm gonna send it to you again right now so you can see it. Like this shit is bogus, my guy.
Okay.
But I'm glad you really talk. I'm glad you're bringing this up because a lot of people forgot about your boy French and Puff. They forgot about that relationship they had.
Yeah.
I'm glad you really and Star. You've been kicking Puff's back in since like March. You've been consistent. You've been consistent with it, bro.
Well, listen, man. Listen, I mean, this is business. It's not personal. On a business level, he and I are cool, even though he never spent no money with me. But I got to do what I got to do. Okay, there's my email address on the screen. Resend it. I don't see it, but finish.
I just sent it to you. It just went through 12:44 a.m. from Christos Helios.
Okay. So one more thing before you go.
Talk to me.
I have no proof, but do you think that French has been the supplier for the parties?
My man.
Hang on. Bringing in the alleged liquid cocaine through Teterboro Airport in North.
My man, French is from the Bronx. He's from the Bronx, my Haven PJs. Yes, I can believe that. I can believe that Puff has him a part of his empire. I can believe that. From the Bronx? Come on, man. Oh, come on.
Okay.
And French ain't talented.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
You're the one.
Yes,
You're the one.
Okay, thank you. Okay, he just sent me the link. Sunday, check your email. What's going on with Sunday? Sunday, are you smoking? I just sent you what you asked for, Sunday. Okay, but, I have to know that that's what you want to do. Okay? Folks, I'm prepared to go for 2 more hours. If you're supporting the machine, we can pull an all-nighter, goddamn. As long as you're donating, please hit the like button, share the video. Give me a second. I got time tonight. Hey, Maggie. Yes, Maggie, send me an email. I will help you promote your platform. I'll give you a discount in terms of sponsorship. I put people's URLs and YouTube information in my showrunner. I put you in the community section. I do custom live reads for you. Email me for analytics and prices, darling. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, he did. He sent me the Sent me the link. Salute to MREC TV. Oh, and there's the picture. MREC TV. Yeah, that's a real crazy picture there. Holy shit. Who's in that picture? Okay, Khloe Kardashian. Look at the diddler. Look like she's high on that shit. Folks, Diddy is not missing meals in jail. I know some of you have made content about that, but no. When you go through withdrawal, you want to eat every and anything. That nigga's going through withdrawal, if you ask me. That nigga's eating. All right. Okay, so Sunday's pump faking. Sunday smoking a blunt, and she's pump faking. All right, Sunday, I sent you the link. Let me go to area code 708. Good morning. Good morning. Are you there on a Wednesday now? It's now Wednesday. 708.
Yo, this my boy Star.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good morning.
My boy Star.
Good evening. How are you?
What's going on with you, big dog? How you doing?
I'm alive.
I'm chilling. I can't call it.
Yes, sir. What do you want to
start? Man, got to talk to you about this Diddy situation, man. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
From the rack, bro. I'm from the rack, and man, when I was a shorty, man, I looked up to Diddy, man. In the classroom, I used to have them call me Diddy, bro, in 7th and 8th grade. Now I look at this. Now I look at it. I'm like, I say, hey, I'm done with Diddy, man. I'm done with this. I want to be far away from this whole situation, man. I don't even want people to know I used to look up to him like that. But to just take his side a little bit, look at it like, how many kids we know was there for sure? Like, do we even know that he really indulged with kids? We know about this adult stuff.
Well, sir, I'm not putting kids on him. Let's slow it down. I'm not doing that. I made reference to a video with him kissing a little white girl on the cheek. But let's not put that kid thing on him. That's going someplace else. Slow it down. Go ahead.
I'm not putting that stamp on him either. I ain't putting that stamp on him either, OG. But that's I hear people coming out with all these speculations about what he did with this, and he a grown man. If he into them type of parties, then he into them type of parties. Evidently, they all into it because they all keep going. These ain't people who've been there once or twice. These is repeated offenders. You got to start calling a spade a spade.
Sir, did you see the video with French Montana, Diddy, and Ellen in my community section?
Yeah, I did, man. And when I see stuff like that, that be making me can't.
Sir, are you sure? Sir, keep it real. Did you see the video in my community section? I'm just asking. Be honest. Don't bullshit me.
Yeah, the Ellen. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I seen it.
Give me your thoughts.
I seen that months ago, though. Yeah, I seen that shit. And Ellen know him better than anybody.
Yeah.
He know him better than anybody.
Yeah.
You could tell. How many interviews they got? That's her dog. So she know more. But Ellen, she be trying to expose people to keep herself in the dark, to keep the spotlight off her. So she do exactly what she was doing when she threw him that alley-oop. She wanted the people to see it.
Okay.
So that's how the game go. When you
final words, sir. Final words.
And final words, man, is just that I think he done, bro.
Okay.
As much as I want to fight for him and be like, hey, he got a chance, he done. It's gonna be hard to get out that racketeering charge. That's the hardest charge to beat. Okay. And by him having everything on the payroll, that's hard.
I appreciate the call. Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Okay. Malmo, I got your donation. He says, I'm rocking with Janet Jackson. Kamala threw Michael Jackson under the bus while Trump supported Michael. 10 toes down. That's a fact. Let's get Kamala up out of here. Someone claiming to be Farnsworth Bentley says, Diddy kicked me to the curb for French Montana, and I used to always carry the umbrella for him. Okay. Someone claiming to be at the Star Report. You are officially a dead man now. You're going to die real soon, and you will die, okay? Well, I'm in Emerald Isle. Okay, whenever your bitch ass, is coming, just know this, please don't come to talk. The only thing I respect is hot lead. I've been like this all my life. Don't come to talk. You've now threatened me. Hang on a second. Let me take a screenshot. Okay. Got your information. Don't come to talk. I don't want to be friends. I don't want peace. I've never, ever, ever called anybody in my life to make peace. Nope. Okay, thank you for your donation, though, fuck nigga, all right? Let me go to area code 913. Late night, Diddy, French Montana, secretly dating. What are your thoughts? 913.
Hey, Star.
Hey.
It's Tony calling from Kansas City.
How are you, man? It's cracking.
Good. Doing good. Diddy, French Montana, dating. I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. I think, I don't know. That one video is suspect for sure, where he's got the shirt off. I was thinking about the French Montana thing the other day, because I remember how they was so tight before a time. Do you remember Jimmy Savile?
Name rings a bell.
He was like he was a big British media or big British TV guy, and then he turned out that he was like this huge pedophile, but he knew.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
So anyway, the Diddy thing, it was just kind of not that he's necessarily a pedophile, but it's just like
I want you to be careful with that word, because these audio algorithms are serious. That has
my bad.
Diddy has not been accused of that, so let's not do that to him. He's been accused of other things.
But what I was gonna say is just the whole, like, when that Jimmy Savile guy, they did this documentary on him, and it was basically.
All right, so I don't want to talk about him. That has nothing to do with what we're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like Diddy, he was so well known. It's just so crazy now when you look at it now, because it's just like he's so well known, he was so respected. He's on all these TV shows, and it's all just like wink, wink, nod, nod. Everybody knew about the Diddy parties. Everybody knew about this. And then with the Ellen thing, it's crazy too. I hadn't seen that video until you were talking about it tonight, but I went on there and watched it. Yeah. And then, if you look down the YouTube algorithm, it has another video there where it says she's like all freaked out because she's worried about her being on video at the Diddy parties. And they had some pic on there of like her hugged up behind Justin Bieber, which I don't know,
What about Ashton Kutcher? Do you see him now trying to run for cover? And Leonardo DiCaprio running for cover?
Yeah, I do. Ashton Kutcher, he was he's like a big human trafficking. He had like some organization where he's like against human trafficking. But it's like, Diddy is your...
Has he been accused of that, Ashton Kutcher, or are you just speculating?
No, he wasn't accused of it. He was like working with like a human trafficking like organization, like trying to protect people from human trafficking. Okay. Yeah. And then now,
all right. Can I ask you to finish up on French Montana and Diddy? I'm speculating here, French Montana, that he may have played a significant role. He seemed very uncomfortable in the videos that we've seen with him and Diddy, And I think he needs to be held accountable. He was there with Diddy at those parties. What are your thoughts, French Montana?
Yeah, I think I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Who knows? Maybe he's already been contacted, but I imagine he's definitely going to be contacted regarding the investigation.
Sir, your giggle is making me nauseous, but thank you for calling. What the hell is with his giggle every 3 seconds? Jesus Christ. The giggler. Sheesh. Megan Fox and Pink deleted like thousands of tweets. You guys up to speed? The actress Megan Fox, was it Pink, guys? The singer deleting a whole lot of goddamn tweets on X. How do I say your name? Quaerendo. Thank you for your support. Salute Star and his troll babies. Satellites. Okay, thank you for reporting kicking Diddy in his back. Okay, so the children know real men do not tolerate predators. Yeah. It's time for Diddy, man. He's had a hell of a run. It's time, Own up, fess up. I really want to see other people brought in. It's not just Diddy by himself. Let's be clear. A lot of people are trying to say, "Oh, I don't want to see a black man go down." That's not what this is about. He has got multiple charges, and HSI has found it necessary to charge him and to bring him in. Now we've got to get other people who have been enablers with regards to, again, the accepting of this nonsense, atmosphere of acceptance, to be precise. Okay, let me go to area code 620. Late night, we're talking about the diddler, French Montana.
446-2399. Thank you so much. Star Report. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Sir, you're in.
Good.
Sir, it sounds kind of loud and echoey. Can you make the adjustment so we can hear you?
Oh my God. Is my thing, and I got the phone. Let me turn the phone down.
Okay.
I got the things in my ear, dear.
Yeah.
Them, whatever the bad names saying.
Are you ready now, sir? You ready?
Everybody can hear me now?
Go ahead, sir. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The Diddy, whatever, because we call him Padiddle. I'm also the artist they call Mayhem, the one everybody wanted to sign all day.
Say again, sir.
That's a diversion.
Say again.
That's a diversion. We call Diddy. They call him Diddy. That's Mr. Combs. That's Washington D.C. And y'all know how we is. We don't play Washington D.C. Everybody obeys them. But right now we're going through what I call tumultuous.
Uh-oh.
That stuff we don't want. Them come out with what Mr. Combs did. Mr. Combs ain't in the White House. Why ain't they talking about what they was doing in the White House? Then they gonna put it on.
I'm listening.
You know how we get.
No, sir, I don't know you. I don't know what you're talking about, but continue. I got time.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Star Report. You are so nice. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you, dear. But we as a nation, and I'm all the way out east right now. I'm in Florida. I'm from Kansas. I'm Kansas born, Oklahoma raised.
What part of Florida are you in, sir? You got a big tropical storm coming there soon, yes? Helene, I think it is.
Yeah. It's saying it's going. I'm in Central Florida, in Tampa Bay, where the base is, okay. And about Tampa Bay, about St. Petersburg. I'll move around a lot because y'all. It's me, McCarty Jr. I don't get to like just go everywhere. I don't know where my stuff is, but I mean, I work all day. I do everything I'm supposed to be doing. But they said the storm. It looked like it's going. It said it's going up through the Gulf towards the borders of Georgia and Florida. So we just had the meeting earlier out here. I talked about that's what we're praying for, and I don't want nobody to get hurt in Georgia, Northern Florida, or Alabama. It said that's where it's going, just like the last one.
And I hope it just dissipates over on the Atlantic coast. So everybody has a good Christmas. That's all it's gonna do is clean the river. That's all it's gonna do.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, dear. Yes, sir.
Are you eating pork skins with your steel reserve?
No, they won't let me. They won't let me have no pork skins.
All right, sir, listen. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. You got to get that donation in here because you're working my nerve. But I'll let you talk.
Always.
Let's get that donation.
Always. You gotta get
Let's get the donation in. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. God bless. God bless. Shit. That was hard to get through, but I did it for you guys. Folks, are you hitting the like button? Are you sharing the video? It's late night. Let me just talk by myself for a second. The Diddler and French Montana. I have no proof. I'm just, wondering, and I'm curious about their relationship. French, a good guy, but he's never had bars. But then again, he didn't need bars. He found the formula, right? He found the formula. He popped off. Pow! Popped off. And if memory serves me correctly, he's been checking on Max B. Checking on the nigga, putting money on the books. Put money on the nigga's books. Max B caught, I think, a 75-year sentence. Something, what was it? Kidnapping? I forget, some crazy shit. He needs to be called in with regards to this case. I think he will have a lot of information that's needed. I just had to say that. Good guy, but everybody has to be held accountable right now. Okay, I'm looking for area code 620. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. I spoke to that call already. Hold on. Area code 858. Late night. Are you there? 858. 2 topics on the table. Yes, no, maybe. 012. 12. Got to keep it pushing. Let's go to 23.
Hello?
Hey, are you there? Are you there? 85.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. You got to pick up the pace, baby. I waited for you.
I'm sorry.
I waited for you.
I apologize.
What's going on?
Hello, Star.
Hey.
So yes, I have donated in the past.
Okay.
And I enjoy your show.
Thank you.
And I'd like to comment about your program and the question.
Please.
There's something that made me think about Ellen and Diddy and French. Yeah. And I watched it again this evening, and I realized Anne Hesh and Twitch,
right?
They both died in such a horrific,
tragic death.
Tragic, yes,
death.
Very tragic. Yeah. And I live in San Diego.
Okay.
And it just really hit me really hard. Yeah. And so I did a little bit of research, and I noticed that Anne, she passed in August the 5th, 2022. Okay. And Twitch passed December 2022. I'm wondering if that's when the federal investigation started, and they started reaching out to victims because maybe they knew about the sex tapes.
Okay.
And when they did do that and reached out to victims, maybe that's why Twitch maybe went to some of those parties. And
now you're talking about her former DJ. For those who don't know,
yes, because he killed himself.
Yeah,
I mean, it was so shocking.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I think you're high on something.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
No, stay with me. I'm just being silly. Yeah, DJ.
Oh, okay.
DJ Twitch from the Ellen Show. He left behind a wife and 3 or 4 kids, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And how do you say her last name? Is it Hetch? I forget.
Hesh.
Yeah. That was Ellen's lover for many of years. Didn't she die in a
his
fire?
ex-girlfriend.
Ellen's ex-girlfriend.
Correct.
Right.
And Hesh.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Died in a car fire?
She did. And what she did, she just started acting very erratic and started speeding down through this residential neighborhood and slammed into someone's home and killed herself. Luckily, she didn't kill anyone else in the home.
Right. Okay. So, with all due respect, baby, where are you going? Because it sounds like you're on GHB. Respectfully, where you going?
No, I'm not high. I do have a speech impediment.
Okay.
And so
take your time. I'm not trying to
do
clown you, but
I do.
It took you a while to get on the phone. I waited for you, so now you're giving us some type of.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. You're giving some type of theory, right? Something.
That's it. That's all it is.
Okay, so where are you going with these 2 deaths connected to Ellen? What does that have to do with French Montana and Diddy?
That I believe that they've always been partying together because Ellen always because Diddy was a very regular guest on her show, and they were always talking about sex and
Gotcha.
And I'm sure Twitch went to the parties, and
good point.
And I thought, and it was very creepy when she was kissing French, and it was very intimate.
She was kissing French's hand, Ellen.
Yes, very lovingly, and to me, it seemed like it was very intimate and personal, like they knew each other already, and not the first time meeting. And can
I ask how old are you, babe? I got time. Take your time. How old are you?
I'm 50. I'm 51.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you think that all of these people have been hanging out together, and maybe Diddy did something to Twitch. Twitch couldn't live with himself. This is a stretch now. I don't want to get any type of legal notice from Twitch's family. You're saying that maybe Diddy did something to Twitch?
The surveillance through Diddy's home and the parties.
Gotcha.
They're being filmed. Gotcha. They've been filmed because everything is filmed.
Right.
So I think that the feds have I think it's probably been a couple of year investigation. So they killed themselves in 2022, right. And it's possible that this has been ongoing. They've been investigating him since 2008. So it's possible they started reaching out to victims. They've seen footage. And
okay, baby, I have to bring it in now. Hang on a second. Okay. Now you said you have a disability. I just want to be respectful.
I do. Yes.
And what might that be?
I'm a veteran. Okay. I'm a veteran, and I have a brain damage. So
thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Okay, and you're welcome. You're from San Diego.
Actually, I'm not. I'm actually from New York. I grew up in Flushing, Queens.
But you're in San Diego now?
Yes, I'm retired after the disability, so I live here now. I've been here like 20 years.
Are the children grown now?
I never had children.
Okay. You're in San Diego. You live near that naval Air Force base, right?
No, naval. There's naval and Marine Corps.
The Air Force. There's never Air Force. I went there.
No, not in San Diego. San Diego is naval and Marine Corps.
Pardon me, naval. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you own your own home?
I do.
All right. I need you to send me a picture. I may wind up. I may wind up back out there next year. You send me a picture, okay? You get a pension, girl. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Absolutely. I will do that.
A full pension.
And you know what?
Right?
I will. I'll do that. I will.
Okay.
And you know what? You said something when I first started listening to you. You said something about having a family member from St. Kitts.
Yes. I've never been there.
Yeah. So my family is from there. So
all right.
And I'm just wondering how is that? Because I know your mother is Italian.
Yeah,
so how is that how's the connection?
I've never been to St. Kitts, but it's through marriage. But listen, never mind that. You send me a picture, you get a full pension.
I will. I will do that. I will. I love your laugh. I love your show. I love your broadcast.
Thank you. Are you close to Mission Bay Park?
Yeah, very, very, very close. Okay. Very, very close.
Send me that picture, girl.
Very close.
Let's talk.
I will do that.
Let's talk about you flying me out. Let's talk, please. Send that picture. You have a wonderful night.
Okay, Star. Thank you
baby.
So much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye now.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Star Report back in the building. Okay, thank you for your patience. Late night with the bullshit. Okay, I got myself some ice. Let's continue the discussion. The video is in my community section. Ellen DeGeneres, Diddy, French Montana from 2017. You can see the zest during the conversation, and and I want to know, where is French Montana? Area code 215. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? 215.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Thanks for taking my call.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I had a few things I wanted to say real quick.
Go ahead.
Yesterday I listened to your station, and I was listening to you talk about Justin Bieber real quick. And that Ramsey Hunt disease is linked to herpes. So I wanted to mention that.
Wow.
Yeah. All of their herpes family, so that's kind of messed up.
Well, hang on a second. He's got Ramsey, if I'm saying this right, Ramsey, is it Hunt?
Hunt.
Number 2. Is that the one linked to herpes?
Yeah. It's linked to herpes, shingles. It was another viral infection that's passed around and stuff.
My goodness. There it is.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. So yeah. So when he first announced that he had it, I actually looked it up because I never heard of it before, and I was like, "What is this?" And but I couldn't call in yesterday. I was at work.
Okay.
But yeah. So I just wanted to mention that it's crazy how Usher and them have all of them diseases too. And then another thing.
Well, hold on, because you're educating me, and I appreciate that. Okay, so the Ramsey Hunt syndrome type 2, also known as herpes zoster, okay?
Yeah, Zosters. That's
Zoster.
like chicken pox.
Complication, as you said, of shingles. Oh my goodness, a virus that spreads to the facial nerve. That's what he had, some type of nerve condition. He couldn't.
Yeah, it also could make you, it can blind you and make you deaf, paralyze you. Yeah. Yeah. So that's something to think.
Was he teabagging the diddler?
I mean, possibly bad because he was a child. Another thing that I wanted to say is we talking about Justin Bieber, but nobody really talks about Raz B. That was kind of like, when he came out and said stuff, and I was looking at Tisha Tells, and she was saying something today. She put out that the diddler is going to possibly be taking the guy down that was accused of, I don't want to say the word on your channel, with the B2K boys, their cousin or whoever, the one that was working with them.
Okay, I'm going to jump in. It's Tisha Tells, not Trisha. Tisha Tells.
No, I said Tisha. I said Tisha Tells. Tisa. Yeah,
okay. She's lit. She's lit right now. She's lit.
Yeah.
Now, hang on a second. Hang on, babe. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Sure.
Usher supposedly has got herpes too. Yes.
Yeah. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay. Any word on the diddlers? He's slinging herpes dick. What's his story?
Oh, I mean, it's possible. I think all of them be passing around all kind of nastiness.
Yeah, but let's try and be more accurate. Any reports on? Let's Google. Let's take your time. Diddy herpes. Stay with me, girl. I got time tonight.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I don't see nothing with Diddy and herpes. What about French Montana? Do you think they broke up because Diddy may have given him some type of gave the nigga chlamydia?
It's possible. Like I said, I think all of them pass around all kinds of diseases. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Whoa! NBA YoungBoy, he's slinging herpes dick, according to.
Oh yeah. He mentioned yeah, and he's proud about it. He's like he wears his herpes like a badge of honor.
Damn.
It's just nastiness all in that circle. But I do want to.
Come on.
I wanted to also mention. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Can we talk about like Jodeci and Carl Thomas? Like, how come? Like,
yeah, but hold on. I got time. You brought up Raz B from B2K.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, when I brought him up because, he was talking about being molested and stuff like that. He was the first one to come out as a young guy that I can remember because they like around my age, B2K, that group, and him talking about all of them being molested, even Omarion and, he would talk about Marcus Houston and what was that group name that Marcus Houston was in? Immature. Yeah. And Chris Stokes. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Right. Tisha Tells was saying that she thinks Diddy might be bringing down Chris Stokes. Too, because it's possible that they.
Well, listen. If she said it, I would say take her serious. She does a lot of great research.
Yeah, we all were talking about, poor little Justin Bieber because he's the poor little white boy, but nobody was believing Raz B when he was screaming, "Hey, I was molested," and he was crying. And when that first happened, my heart, I felt for him. I felt that because people was like making fun of him, and I was like, he was a child. They were young too. He was about 13 or 14 or 15 when that happened, and nobody.
Can I tell you the difference? Can I tell you the difference, though? You may not like it, but,
I know the difference, but you can tell me, yeah.
Justin Bieber is a white boy from Canada.
I just said it.
Raz B is a nigger from LA County.
Unfortunately, that is the case. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know,
You ever seen B2K in concert? You say you were a fan. You ever seen him in concert?
No, I never said I was a fan. I said I'm around their age.
Shit was
I mean, I have their.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I used to listen. Well, I listen to their music, but I'm not a fan. I won't say that. I do have their album, but I never went to any of their concerts or anything like that. But yeah.
Go ahead.
Marion, I know he was signed to Rick Ross. Rick Ross was linked to Puff Daddy. You know, I don't know. As far as French Montana, I don't listen to his music. I think he's whack. However, yeah, I think they were booty goons together, him and Diddy.
Okay.
But yeah, I also wanted to mention. I mentioned Jodeci and Carl Thomas.
Right. Come on.
I mean, they like the groups. Well, I know, you know, Carl Thomas, early 2000, Jodeci in the 90s and stuff. But nobody's talking about them R&B groups that were linked to Diddy and that were signed to him. You know, and I wonder if, you know, if any of them going to come out and say anything. They all went on drugs. Well, I ain't going to say all went on drugs, but I know, I believe KC was like drinking and stuff like that and had a bad alcohol issue.
I think if I can jump in, I think a lot of those guys have already admitted to certain things. Casey and Mary J. Blige used to have, like, you know, knockdown, drag them out fights.
Right. And they get coked up and fight like Bobby Brown and Whitney.
Yeah. So, I mean, is there something in particular about Jodeci and Carl Thomas?
No, I'm just saying. I know. I watch them do interviews and talk about you know their wild days with Diddy in the beginning, Jodeci, and as far as the parties and stuff like that. And I just wonder, you know, did Diddy do anything to them, or you know what kind of business they got into together? And then it's like
I think Devontae Swing was the guy back, you know, once upon a time who was accused of smacking the shit out of Missy, you know, and
yeah.
He used to allegedly beat up what's his name, Genuine and
Timbaland, Magoo or something. I think they were all in the studio. Yeah, I heard about that story. Yeah, because they were all working together at one point. Yeah. No, when I mean not violent is what I'm talking about as far as, like, you know, did Jodeci and them had to get down with the get down, possibly with the diddler, you know?
Let me say allegedly about Missy, because she was with a group called Sister. Remember that group, Sister?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So maybe he didn't put hands on Missy, but it may have been one of the girls in the group from what I remember. But, you know, Devontae got his karma because he was some niggas ran up in his house, tied him up, and pistol whipped him back in the days. You ever hear about that?
Oh wow, I didn't know that one. No, I didn't. No.
You can Google it, you know.
No.
And he bit one of the niggas' fingers off because they was giving him that work.
Well, I heard Devontae was a piece of work. I heard he wasn't nothing to mess with. I think they thought. I heard really none of them was really nothing to mess with. I think because they were they thought they were country bumpkins from the South. I think they.
Well, some Jersey niggas ran down, so all that shit sounds hot. You talking about, but some Jersey niggas ran down and gave him that work. But go finish up, baby. I got time. Finish up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wonder what Carl Thomas may have to say. It's just, I know he's going through some stuff with, I think, his ex-wife that was on Tasha K. Show or something like that with some child support. It's just like he was like wiped off the face of the earth. I don't even hear about him anymore.
Regular shit, child support, you know.
Yeah. I always wonder, you know, what make people turn to these drugs or you know, alcohol, where they, you know, it's like uncontrollable and you know, they're like in a deep state of depression. And
how old are you?
How
old are you?
I'm 39. But I love music. And so
you never did no drugs? Never did no drugs?
Absolutely not. No. Because I know what it, I've seen people growing up, and I know what it does to people, like drugs and stuff like that, and drinking. When you see that stuff, at least for me, you want to stay away from it because you're like, I don't want that to happen to me.
Are you are you a married woman? Or are you a mother? Who am I speaking to?
No, neither. Just nieces and nephews. No, but I've seen a lot of stuff, so.
You never popped a perky or an e-pill?
After a surgery, but not for pleasure. Absolutely not. Nah, I'm good. I care about my liver and my kidneys.
Okay. Well, you asked about why people do drugs. I mean, sometimes.
No, I was saying when I'm talking about as far as being in that industry.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes it can be for a sexual reason, or sometimes to keep yourself awake so that you can perform, or go to certain events or meetings. Things like that.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to judge anybody. What you do in your life is what you do. However, I just feel like I don't want to ever have to be in a situation where I have to depend on drugs to function or go to a meeting. That's just me.
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good on that note. But I when I mention that, I'm not talking about like stuff like that. I'm saying, what kind of things do these people partake in to the point where it drives them insane that they can't cope with what they've seen, or probably indulge in themselves, that they start taking drugs and drinking.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
Stay away from old niggas who want you to get up in some stilettos. Stay away from them type of niggas,
You funny. I'll make sure. I don't like old men anyway, so I have to work.
Those niggas are dangerous. Fuck around, you'll fall in love. But hey, baby, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. What a good girl. She says she ain't did no drugs and she don't want to live that life. Hang on a second, guys. Let me put some ice in my drink here. Mandy, I got your email. Thank you, Mandy. Yeah, guys, I'm trying out the Zelle. If anybody, just doesn't use Cash App or PayPal and you want to support the machine, I'm curious to know if Zelle works. Has anybody tried to use Zelle? Where's my Zelle information? Hold on. Sick of Cash App. Cash App lost a major lawsuit, so they're now making it hard for people. Donate with Zelle. There's the email address. Alejandro, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Okay. Hi, Vera. Okay, Vera. Oh, thank you, Vera. She says, I like your late night shows better than the afternoon shows. Yeah, the only thing with the late night shows is that, more people are like, on something. And I want, folks to stay focused and, be on topic. But the afternoon shows are really good. We get more people from the UK since they're 5 hours ahead. But thank you for your donation, darling. Okay. All right. Let me try and go to area code 718. Good morning. Are you there? 718. Two topics on the table. Hey.
How are you?
What's going on, baby?
Did you see that new lawsuit from Gloria Allred and the new lady
Right.
that said she was raped.
Can I ask you to fix your phone? Sounds like your wood grain gripping. You're blowing the cush. But your headset sounds a little crazy. Give her a second.
Hold on one sec.
I hear the signal in the BMW. That's a BMW signal, yes?
No, it's a Dodge Caravan.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second.
Give her a second. What's cracking, girl? Late night. We talking about the Diddy.
Can you hear me better now?
French Montana. Where do you want to start, girl? Go ahead.
No, I was saying, did you see the new lawsuit?
Yes.
Gloria Allred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very
and
sad.
The girl was
heart-wrenching. I believe her.
Yeah, at first I was like agitated, and then as she started getting emotional and crying, I was like, oh my, I started to get emotional. I was like, oh my God, I kind of believe like this woman. I don't know what happened to her exactly because they didn't get too specific, but I'm like, I wonder how many people are but they're gonna try to take Diddy for every dime he has while he's locked up.
Take all that nigga shit. Huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's really crazy. I never thought it would get to this point, but he's been he's been, like you said, doing too much all these years.
Where you from, girl? I got time tonight. Where you from?
The Bronx.
Okay. Wendy Williams tried to tell us decades ago, right or wrong. Huh?
Right.
Okay.
He got her kicked out of New York.
Got her fired, I love Wendy. She's not in her right mind right now, but she tried to tell us about this fuck nigga.
I was just watching
decades ago.
Right. And I was just watching the interview earlier when Diddy was on Wendy Williams' show.
Mm-hmm.
The TV show, and they had they were cordial and cool or whatever, but it's just very interesting how everything's unfolding. But she opened up, she shouted, opened up the Bill Cosby situation too, and nobody believed her years ago.
Tupac told us about this fuck nigga also, didn't he?
Huh? Everybody been telling us about him, but
it's time, nigga. You've had your run. It's time. Come on.
Yeah, and then I saw that video where he was like he was just so cocky, and he was like, I'm the freest nigga in the world. I'm the freest nigga in this country and all of this stuff. Like, he used to be really feeling himself like hard body. Like, it's kind of cringe to see,
Mace told us about this fuck nigga, didn't he? Mace told us.
Who, Mace? Yeah, Mace. Mm-hmm.
Mace.
Mace, I was listening to Mace and Cam earlier, and Mace was like, I went to the store to get some lotion, but they was out of baby oil. He had to make a little joke, and they started laughing. So, I don't know. I didn't want to hold you up. I just was like, that girl had, the new girl with the allegations from Gloria Allred, she had me shed a tear a little bit. I was like, why am I getting emotional? I think because I was tired. I was like, maybe I need to go to bed. But I was like, maybe, I said, this might really be, true or whatever.
You're from the BX. Have we spoke before?
But I also, yes,
before?
we have.
Okay.
Yes, but I also kind of agree with Sunday earlier when she said that he may like aggressive sex, like that's the only way that to turn people. I'm like, that's very possible that she is onto something with that. Like, he likes, that's it, what triggers what turns him on, like a power play type situation.
Sundays, she doesn't know if she's gay or bisexual, so don't take her word.
Well, if you listen to her, she says she only likes white women. She's attracted to white women.
She did say that. She did.
A couple of times.
She did say that.
I've heard her say it a couple of times. The first time she called, she said it. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, all right. I don't want to hold you because I'm all over the place right now, but I just wanted to know.
No, hang on, baby. I got time. I just got some ice for my wine. I got some pretzels here. Okay, so let's bring it back to French Montana, sitting on the couch with Diddy on the Ellen Show, 2017. You see the video?
Unfortunately, no. I saw when Diddy sang the Marilyn Monroe, but I have to go back and refresh to see that one with Ellen DeGeneres. But I know,
girl, when you get time, because I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that at 7 a.m. When you get time, go watch that video. Ellen picked up.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Picked up on it, and she grabbed Frenchie's hand. she didn't know whether who was the bottom or who was the top, but she kissed his hand. She welcomed the nigga into the family. Yeah.
And then now they haven't been hanging out. And so, what you think, they actually did break up? Like they were in a relationship or something? Because I remember they were real close at one point.
I can't be certain. I mean, French has never disrespected me. Good guy, but you know.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
He's a really nice guy. He's a really, really nice guy. But, you know, that ain't got shit to do with shit. Kevin Lyles is a nice guy, too, and I want to see him in handcuffs. Kevin.
What do you think that he did? What do you think he just freaked? Was that the freak off, just freaking off, Kevin Lyles? Or?
Listen to me. Kevin Lyles, Mike Kaiser, those are Diddy,
right.
Those are Diddy's fucking people. That nigga didn't do shit without the understanding and the authority of certain people up there, you know, in the music industry. All right, I'll let you finish up.
Oh no, that's it. I'm exhausted right now. I gotta go to bed. I've been up since 6 a.m. yesterday. So
all right, good to talk to you, baby. Thank you.
Good to talk to you too.
Bye
Thank you.
Okay. What's wrong with my headset? $702, you're up next. Sit tight, 702. I'll be right there. Let me check on my beautiful troll babies in the live chat. You guys all right? I don't have my contacts in. You know, I don't regulate the live chat. The only people that should have wrenches in that live chat are Deeds, or if you're a sponsor. If you're a sponsor, I want you talking crazy and I want you trolling. Anybody got any intel on DJ Khaled? Is he a switch hitter? DJ Khaled. Somebody says Star. What about Leo Cohen? No, Leo Cohen. That's my nigga for life. No. That man gave me a check for $125,000. Signed me as a Def Jam artist and never asked for the money back. No. Leo is innocent. Kevin Lyles ain't do shit for me, though. Area code 702, late night. Are you there? 702.
Hey, Star. What's up? What's good? How are you? Hi, chat.
Why am I getting so many female callers tonight? This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Hey, girl.
Well, I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. Where do you want to go? Take your time.
Well, my whole thing is I want to hear what Viacom and MTV has to say, and a couple of other companies, because he has sponsors and endorsements and investors. Mm-hmm. We still waiting for that Lorianne Gibson tape when she got fired off of making the band.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I like Lorianne Gibson. I think she is credible. I think she is innocent of anything that could possibly be put on her or sent in her direction, but these other people that have been around him for years, I want people locked up. I do. People locked up. Go ahead.
I do as well. I used to work in the industry too. Like I did internships and I went into fashion after that. And still they used to link him to Chris Lighty's whole
R.I.P.
incident.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Chris Lighty. Great guy. Yeah.
Yeah, we should at least hear something from Viacom because MTV endorsed this nigga for a very long time. Like money didn't fall out the sky for him. He got it from somewhere.
Right.
And these white parties, you would go there and there would be like sponsors there with the free water. And so, like, what do these companies have to say? Macy's? How long did they carry Sean John? You think they didn't know what was going on at these photo shoots and stuff?
Right. Does he still own Sean John? He bought it back. Remember, he sold it and bought it back. Remember that?
I heard the rumors that he bought it back, but I saw like Sean John and Rockaway bed sheets in TJ Maxx. So I don't know.
Wow.
I know he has a CSDA award, and he's done photo shoots with Ann Leibovitz, and he was all up in Vogue, just like The Source and Vibe and all that. Like these people know.
Yeah.
And everyone's acting like it's tea. None of this is tea. What y'all got to say?
Yeah.
This is what I want to know.
Have you been paying attention to what's going on? Because I like to acknowledge the younger generation. Armand Wiggins, Storm Monroe, Jada Black, Nosy Ho. What are you hearing out there? What are you seeing?
Well, everyone's just, from what I see, the people that I do follow, they're just doing digging, a lot of digging, and asking the questions that, mainstream don't want to ask. I'm just hoping to get some answers at this point.
All eyes should be on Jason Lee right now. Jason Lee would know if niggas was smoking poles, catching back shots, who's got herpes. Jason Lee would know.
This is true.
Yeah, he should be the
Jason would know.
He should be the official source right now with regards to Diddy Gate. It's a Diddy
And
Gate.
Diddy was on he was on the Kids' Choice Awards red carpet and stuff.
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness!
So, come on now.
Is that Nickelodeon? The Kids' Choice Awards, Nickelodeon?
Yes.
They need to be sued. Yeah.
Now with Gloria,
All red.
let me touch on the book.
All red. Go ahead.
To me, the book is straight up fan. It sounds like one of them Tumblr pages with the fan fiction.
Right.
I didn't believe any of the book just because the cadence, the verbiage, it didn't sound like the way these people talk, or it sounded like fan fiction. Remember fan fiction back in the day?
Right.
I mean, it was juicy, I guess, but if you was in the know or from the Northeast, grew up around this time, you was not. That shit is fake.
Well, we have to say salute to Chris Todd, whoever he is, because he's getting paid off the bullshit. It's number one on Amazon, and Rolling Stone says that they contacted him and he can't confirm whether it's real or not. The nigga who wrote this shit.
Yeah, I mean, that says it all right there. And even if they do try to sue, how much you gonna get from him? And when you're a public figure, the waters get kind of murky on what you can sue and what you can't sue about.
Right. Yeah. So, did you buy it? You bought the book?
I don't know. Get my money.
So
Mazel tov though, but you ain't getting my money.
Right. So, what are your thoughts on French Montana? I think French needs to be brought in for questioning. I think I don't wish anything bad on him, but they may need to, serve a warrant. I'll say that respectfully, just to see if, he's been any type of supplier. Did you hear about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I did. And you're not walking up in no store and getting 1,000 bottles. Was he ordering from Johnson & Johnson's directly?
Hang on. I would say that the majority of those bottles are liquid cocaine.
That's true. And I was also thinking, was he using that to, because usually they use petroleum jelly, anything that's hydrophobic, like to mask the smell of narcotics when they want to move weight and stuff like that.
Okay.
So the oil could be used for that as well.
Right.
I don't trust any celebrity that be on a yacht all the time because, the rules on the water they're kind of different too.
Right.
So I don't know. I was thinking it was used to move a little something. That's the first thought that comes to mind when I heard about the baby oil.
Do you think Fat Joe was facilitating any type of cocaine distribution?
No. I mean,
folks, I want all the legal smoke. Let me get that lawsuit. Babe, let me ask you again. Do you think Fat Joe facilitated anything with regards to cocaine distribution and Diddy parties?
I don't see. There's a Diddy party and then there's the after party. I don't think Fat Joe would do the after party. But I think he will hold because he's really tight with J-Lo. So I'm sure he held a lot more, like some more secrets than other people. But it's a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing going on, spiel going on. I mean, everybody was at them. Felicia Rashad was at them white parties. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton was there. The Hilton.
Whoa.
One was there.
Whoa. You said Claire Huxtable? What'd you say?
She was at the white parties, the Hampton white parties.
Girl,
I don't know if she was at the after party.
Stop. Troll babies was Claire Huxtable at the white parties. I would love to see her in handcuffs.
There's pictures.
Troll babies was Claire Huxtable at the white parties. Let's get her in some fucking cuffs.
She came rolling through with Aretha Franklin.
Oh, R.I.P. Go ahead.
I'm sure they knew what time it was when it was time to check out. Like when things was gonna go a little left. Like, okay, it's time for me to go, or it's time for me to stay. Like, who knows? Like, but people knew. I mean, look at Dave Chappelle. He used to joke about it too. He used to joke about a lot of shit.
That's my nigga. Good guy, Dave Chappelle. Well.
He went to Africa and came back a whole different person, literally and figuratively.
So did Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor went there and got spooked.
That too.
What about Sanaa Lathan? Was she at the parties?
I can't recall seeing her in any pictures, but I'm pretty sure if I was a betting woman, I would bet that she was there too. A lot of people were there.
Hold on.
Trump used to be in Justin's all the time. Like, you don't remember that? I know you know that.
I went to Justin's, yeah.
He used to be rolling with Russell all the time. And I'm not gonna call myself a Trump supporter for people that don't get what that means. But Trump was in the mix. Yeah. He was at 40-40 Cheetahs, Justin's. He was rolling with the homies.
Yeah. Mama Jones ran up on me. Mama Combs ran up on me in Justin's in 1999. Asked me to lower my voice. Yeah.
Really?
Came up on me with the silver wig.
It sounded like she was hitting on you.
No. She was hating. I'm sitting there with the producers of MTV. I just signed a fucking contract. Hang on a second. What about Taraji P. Henson? Was she at the parties?
Like I said, she's everywhere. She was just in Bali with Russell.
I would love to see her in handcuffs. Okay, I said Sanaa Lathan. What about Viola?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
What about Viola Davis?
No. Viola Davis. If Viola was there, she was there with her nigga because she ain't rolling by herself.
Oh my God! Wait! Before you go. I bet you Gabrielle Union and D Wade were at them parties.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they was at brunch too.
Hey, baby, great to talk to you. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you.
Nice to talk to you, and thank you for all your work that you've done over the years.
Thank you. Bye now. Okay.
Peace.
All right, folks, we're being very, very silly. Do I shut this down? Do we keep it going? Let me look in the live chat. Are you guys sharing? Are you hitting the like button? Are you hitting the like button? That's the most important thing. I never ask you to do that. Can you hit the like button? That's needed. What about Lynn Whitfield? Megan Good. Paula Patton. I hope Jennifer Hudson wasn't at the parties. I like Jennifer Hudson. Hang on a second. I'm just going down the list of black. Was Vivica Fox at the white parties? Jada Pinkett. Hold on. Area code 239. Late night. Are you there?
Yeah, what up? My name's Ramon. I was 43-year-old.
Yes, sir. How can I help you? Yes, sir.
My old lady nephew, little teenage nephew, Punk, sucked my dick on.
Sheesh. I didn't like his vibe. Weirdo. Cherie, I got your donation. Thank you, darling. Always nice to hear from you. Yes, Cherie, I'm in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. No, I can meet you. Can meet you some. I don't have company. I don't have company, but thank you so much for reaching out, darling. Thank you so much. Just send an email when you're heading to North Carolina. 669 late night. Good evening. We're talking about the Diddler, French Montana, their bromance. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, Star?
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you. Yeah, it seems like the people in the hottest water are the other rappers, right? Like, I'm not hearing a whole lot about other entertainers besides rappers or people in the music industry itself. Like, Ellen doesn't seem too pressed, even though she was at these parties. The other actors, for some reason, I just feel like this has something to do overall with the music industry as far as making a statement or making an example, because obviously this stuff has been going on for a long time.
Okay.
And nobody's done anything about it. People have said stuff, but no one's tried to seek justice for any of the victims.
Okay.
So it's just real peculiar to see this all being unraveled now. It's like, why? I always ask those questions, like, why? I don't know what it has to do with, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the industry, like, Meta and Universal having a deal done recently, impressions, the way streaming is going, AI, all of these things. And why Diddy? Why now? And then there's rumors about Jay-Z or some of the old figures.
If I can jump in, sir, you sound like the typical conspiracy theorist, respectfully.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir, and where are you calling from? I got time. How old are you, sir?
I'm 35. I'm in San Jose, California.
Are you blaming white people? Where are we going?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
It's always about money, right? I mean, it's always about who keeps the money, who keeps power. Where's the money going? Why did they pull Diddy's card? That's
can I jump
the only
in?
thing I'm trying to figure out.
I let you speak. Can I jump in?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay. This bullshit culture needs to be cleaned the fuck up, sir.
That's a fact.
Okay? Don't blame white people. Don't blame the Jews. This bullshit culture that I don't want to be relevant in. Let's be clear. Needs to be cleaned up, sir. Okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
A wise man once said, police yourselves so the white man doesn't have to. Do you know who that was, sir?
No.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So I'm answering your question. Why now? Why now? Because you're out of control, sir.
Yeah. Hey.
Are you a father? Are you a father?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
With all due respect, sir, I have a campaign. Hashtag, can that nigger baby read? You ever heard me say that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to call your babies the N-word, but can your kids read, sir?
No, yeah, no. She's 19 months.
Okay. Clean up this shitty, dirty fucking culture. Or genre. It's not even a culture, pardon me. Clean it up, man. Clean it up. Everybody's talking about robbing, stealing, scamming. I took that nigga's money. I'm fucking this bitch. Gang on gang. It's fucking bullshit, sir.
Yeah.
Don't blame white people for putting out the bullshit music because you can put it out yourselves now, right? Right? You can, you can upload it on Spotify, YouTube, all these other platforms. So what's the excuse now? What's the excuse now? Why now? Why now? What's the excuse? Tell us. What's the excuse?
No, I just can't help but think that there's a play. There's a reason, like, you know, there's always an opportunity in someone else's tragedy, and you know who would benefit or why. Or I think those are the things I find most interesting. Besides,
answer the question, sir. You just asked the question. Yeah. I can answer it. Who would benefit?
Yeah,
niggers. I'm not laughing, sir. I'm not laughing.
Oh,
long before Chris Rock was talking about the difference between blacks and niggers, many people spoke about it. Many people. So when you say who would benefit, niggers would benefit. The dumbing down of hardworking, law-abiding black people. Niggers want to run around with fucking bonnets and slides all goddamn day, right? Pajamas. Niggers. Right? Niggers want to run up in your fucking home, sir, and rob you. Right? Keep it real, sir. Keep it real. Why are you laughing? You asked me a question. I'm giving you a straight-faced fucking answer.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and finish up. I'll stop talking. Finish up.
No, I'll land my plane. No, I was just, yeah, that's it. Just thinking that.
No. Don't land your plane. You said, why now? I told you what I think. Tell what you think. Why now? Go ahead and blame white people. Go ahead and blame white people for the niggers that have gone amok and gone crazy. Go ahead.
Why? I think when I say why now, I mean, if Diddy has been doing this for decades, why not 10 years ago? You know?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
It was all out. It was all out there. A lot of people. You know, for the same examples. I mean, Cassie just being the one who, you know, was successful in the civil suit.
Yeah.
Is that
before Diddy? You had the nigger R. Kelly. Before R. Kelly, you had the nigger Bill Cosby. I've been talking like this for decades, sir. With all due respect, long before Charleston White. You asked me a question. Please stop laughing. Stop fucking laughing. I'm as serious as colon cancer, sir. You said, why now? Why now? Tell us, man. Tell us. Why now? Why now?
What, time's up? I don't know. I don't know why.
Because the nigger needs to be stopped, Sean Combs. Are you done, sir? You done?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been done. Thank you,
sir. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.